Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, Sarah, why you leaving me? Don't you know you can't leave me now? Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
Yeah, yeah. Black sheep, black sheep, black sheep, black sheep. I don't even write no more, man.
Tell him, yo,
God,
can't you come
yeah.
over?
On my contract commando, pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, no pretend. Think I might've found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Lose it. Get substituted. You're not recruited, cause you're too damn scared to use it. The truth is, you're useless. What? I'm ruthless. I've proved this. Keep capping, I'ma leave you toothless. What? You're so dumb to choose this. Ain't going outside, I make it work. I'm in my bag, that's every purse on my back. Is that your girl? She got it. She make it twerk. And why you mad? I got here first. You say you rap, you got a verse. I say the swag, you probably hurt. Back to the lab, you gotta search. On my contract commando, pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, no pretend. Think I might've found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it.
Why are these boys so stupid? Kinda me up now, I'm kinda my money. I'm probably gon' cop me a new wrist. Y'all gon' think I'm a nuisance. New sound, new me, who this? Yeah, I made some improvements. Me and the gang been bowling. Your shawty gon' think we're the coolest. LSA say we got clips. We bout to make it a movie. I make a hit I can't miss. Damn, the charts might sue me. The way I be stacking my chips, stack it up. Probably the bank gon' sue me. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid, cause your mans can't fool me.
On my country commando, pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, no pretend. Think I might have found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it.
Never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Elohim, you home? Can't you come over?
Ayy, I know my way to the paper. All of my women look tired. It costs a few thousand, it's tailored. Can't drop a dime to save a wall. I'm in the room with the bosses. All of our pockets look gorgeous, ayy. You'll see the boys in the Forbes, ayy. Constantly plotting, we want this, ayy. I need my bag and clips extended, ayy. Blast you haters to fragments, ayy. Got no time for the cameras, cause I might just pull the extension, ayy. Young, back to the basics. Get in that bag on occasion. She top it until she get brainless, hey. Damn it, I love to be famous, ayy. I'm in my bag, I don't have to brag, no, ayy. She's watching me stack it, so water my cap and fold, ayy. If I spend it all, it's just cause I'm racking more, ayy. You so 10 in a back, you know I'm not capping, bro. Whoa, moving too fast, you probably thought it's a ghost. Whoa, stack it up, been doing the most. Whoa, moving too fast, yeah, I just hopped in a ghost. Whoa, stack it up, I've been doing the most.
Ayy, I got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing else to prove. I see they all tryna shoot. Ashamed though, cause I'm bulletproof. Can't touch me, I'm up on the roof. I'm catching bodies, hiding all the proof. I make them disappear like poof. Just like that, you're gone for good. Little baby say she want the wood. Man, I'm so misunderstood. Done playing games, we want the goods. Really did start from the bottom. Those moments can't be forgotten. And they been trying to see how I got it. Just know it ain't the least I bought it. I bought it.
Ayy, I'm in my bag, I don't have to brag, no, ayy. She's watching me stack it, so water my cap and fold, ayy. If I spend it all, it's just cause I'm racking more, ayy. You so 10 in a back, you know I'm not capping, bro. Whoa, moving too fast, you probably thought it's a ghost. Whoa, stack it up, been doing the most. Whoa, moving too fast, yeah, I just hopped in a ghost. Whoa, stack it up, I've been doing the most.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this
such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. This is such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. Been around the globe, looked around, nothing fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road, and you won't even get it. Been around the globe, looked around, nothing fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stopped till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I'm savage, you've been distracted, your best my average. There's a reason for that's a fact, so they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I ain't need that, outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Every day I wonder when I'm gonna peak at, and that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stopped till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I
to plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies. Pull yourself back together and staying off track forever. Child of the nation, go seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. Reverse the tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're praying for fortune to come, you're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, get back, you're back now. Keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out, out. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Go save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you, take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine, show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster, gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now, get up now. Go with the move, go for the goal, lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out, out. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Yeah. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you could climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay, running out of luck. Too much in my club, Nishi run it up.
These are those moments I don't think anybody else is going to forget.
Welcome back, everybody, to another day here at the ESL Pro League, and I want to thank you for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, well, almost anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us as we look to conclude and wrap up that in the North American region and the Season 11 overall. Now, a little bit more importantly than that is today we have an upper bracket matchup on our hands. We're going to have a little bit of Evil Geniuses in one corner and Team Liquid in the other corner, which ultimately leads us to one serious best of three. Well, let's catch you up to speed so far of everything that you may have missed in the ESL Pro League Season 11.
Since we already know how things look like on the old continent, it's time to move on to North America, where the ESL Pro League Season 11 competition rules look slightly different. Out of only 6 teams in the game, the first 2 made it into the upper bracket, where the next 2 had to go down and fight for the lower bracket finals. Even though we had 3 teams with the same point balance, it was our predicted title contenders, Team Liquid, who claimed first place. It all started with Twist sneaking up on MIBR, which will be one for the books.
K&G might be about to finish off Twist. He pushes through this smoke. They are touching.
What's that? Surprise! That ain't social distancing.
Liquid continued to prove why they used to be the world's #1 and took their first game against the Brazilian roster 2-0, but later on, unexpectedly got owned by Swole Patrol.
Nitro and Elige combined the 2 entries apiece. It's going to be Cooper alone, and he's got the orb. He's already found a multi-kill in the past. This won't be his last. 3 on the site. And Swole Patrol 7-1 lead right now. Brutality.
Since both Evil Geniuses and Liquid had their ups and downs, everybody was looking forward to their direct clash, where Liquid stepped up their game and bounced back with a 2-1 win.
EG have got control of the bomb site. Molotov gonna force snap into the open, and he sprays them both down.
Team Furia was another team who exploited Liquid's weaknesses as well.
Serato now gave it a good attempt a couple of rounds ago in the pistol. Here, this clutch could be answered. The call ringing out for Serato, and he's trying to stand above it all, and he does exactly that. And I'm dead now.
And there's one little bitty detail that we forgot to mention to you yesterday, or at least we got to witness yesterday, and I'm going to bring it up to you right now. It's going to be that game that was MIBR taking on Furia, and we're going to start to discuss that just a little bit here in our CS.money pre-match. MIBR couldn't pick up a map. And moreover, it was a struggle street there on Vertigo. We got to see the second series, or excuse me, the second map was just a little bit closer, but either way, MIBR completely out of the running now for Pro League Season 11, and Furia moves forward.
Yeah, best in Brazil right now. Furia looking really, really good, and they're, of course, going to be taking on the loser of this match of the consolidation final to get to that grand final, to get, well, what could be a potential rematch, right? We've obviously had round-robin groups. We've had all these teams face each other. Liquid, they fell to Furia. EG managed to take them down 2-1. So there's contrary, statements, at least on both sides here for Liquid and EG.
Yeah, and I mean, I think with Furia looking so damn good thus far, I mean, ending this best of 3 versus MIBR in 2 maps, something that they weren't able to do the first time they faced. Furia are feeling like they've gotten better and better, so you don't envy either one of the teams that we see today that do find themselves down in that losers bracket with Furia, because they're looking like a team that, I mean, they've been saying in interviews, they're here to take a championship win, right? So, yeah, I mean, you kind of feel for the guy that drops on down out of the series today.
Yeah, you have to look at that and say, okay, well, MIBR, they did get bested here. Not once, but twice by Furia. In fact, now that they get to move forward, they get to play the loser of the game we have on hand tonight. That's going to be Liquid taking on the Evil Geniuses here within ESL Pro League Season 11's bracket stage of thing. We've already been through some groups. We've already pretty much gone through all the play-ins, and we are just a couple best of 3s from finding ourselves within that grand final, a best of 5, where the upper bracket winner gets that 1 map advantage. That's either going to be Liquid or EG, and we're going to determine that today.
Yeah, you can see the results here, right? It was the top 4 teams that progressed. TL and EG, they take the upper bracket. We saw Furia and MIBR just yesterday, and Furia obviously won that out. So the winner of this upper bracket, they move on to that grand final, and they'll get a 1-map advantage in the best of 5 grand final for the NA region. Now, the loser, as we've said, goes down to face Furia, and they won't be getting that 1-map advantage. They'll just be heading through to the grand final, the winner of that one. So, still pretty decent, but you'd love to get that 1 extra map in a best of 5.
1 extra map in a BO5 could actually just go, the distance there. It could be the difference maker when it comes down to how it is to a team trying to maintain some composure within confines of 5 maps.
Yeah, of course. I mean, right now we're looking at Liquid as those favorites, right? At least in my head, I don't know where you guys stand on things, but Liquid, gunning to get through that top spot. They managed to take down EG last time, even though they went 3 maps and a double overtime on Inferno. So, EG certainly up for the task here. We know how close that last series was.
Yes, and EG is going to be that first talking point that we're going to have, and at least us. Well, we're going to get into it. Don't worry about that. We have 1 player or 1 analyst. I don't even know how you would classify this guy, but during last season's Pro League, he certainly had a few things to say about this EG lineup, the Evil Geniuses for short. Let's see what Jacob Pimpiniki's got for us on the table.
Evil Geniuses is a team that for a long, long period when they were called NRG, when they were playing for that organization, was a team that was one of the best in the world. They were always, in the top 5, always in the top 6. but you always had that feeling that they were not good enough to be a world beater. It's been like that for a year, until they took the active decision to replace Debs and bring in Stanislaw. And ever since they brought him in, it seems like they've regained confidence in themselves. It seems like they repainted that picture of Evil Geniuses being a team that just makes quarterfinals to now it's a team that consistently, not only are they making semifinals, but they're actually winning tournaments. And the win in New York they had against the Astralis and the fashion they did it, that was a breakthrough for that lineup. There's no weak link. Stanislaw is a hard-hitting in-game leader. He's playing a relatively loose style of Counter-Strike while still having some structure behind it. He's good at facilitating Ethan and Breeze, you know, the two star riflers of the lineup. Surt gets to do whatever he wants with the AWP, and it seems like the synergy within the lineup right now is just good, you know. And I think for 2020, it's going to be one of the teams that I look forward to see the most, because I think the potential of this lineup is endless. This could be the next best team in the world, potentially even the best after Astralis. I think Evil Geniuses have a great chance of making it far at the Pro League finals. I'd be disappointed if they don't make playoff. That is a minimum requirement for a team of the caliber of EG. Winning the entire tournament, I think, is going to be tough. It would require them to play some of the Counter-Strike we saw in New York, obviously. If that's the level they're going to bring in, they're going to win the entire thing. I don't think I've seen anyone play that well in a long, long time. So I think Evil Geniuses should be happy with a semi-final. If they can go to a final, that'll be exceeding my expectations at least.
Well, the Evil Geniuses have surprised some, and ultimately, right after Pro League, now they found themselves into here, season 11. So things have kind of progressed for this team. Things are even changing for this team. There's a lot of moving parts around it, and one of those being the fact that they have, you know, kind of moved on without their coach. I'm a Pet. He's no longer with this team, and that's something that obviously is very recent in the news. But you look at what this team has accomplished overall, what I'm a Pet was able to accomplish with them, there's a little bit of a talking point to be had there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been changes that have led EG to get to this place in the first place, right? As Pimp just said, you know, it was changing Daps, bringing in Stan, a controversial move at the time back in NRG that they finally made. And look at the accomplishments it's had. It's turned this team around for the better. Of course, not to say that necessarily will be the same case removing the coach, but bringing in someone else, hey, that could be a fresh look. That could be a new set of eyes on the roster. And you know, sometimes a change can just refresh everyone and bring a whole new attitude to the team. So maybe that's what EG need. No, you know, they fall out of last season Pro League finals. They get 16-0'd by Mousesports in the playoffs. And yeah, coming into this year, it's been a little bit rough. So they're looking to turn it around.
Basically, a vibe check is what we were looking for. At least EG, that's what they were looking for. Because as I said, they have moved on without Chet. That is I'm a Pet. That was their coach. Now, there's a lot of considerations as to what he was bringing the team. Is he the right candidate for a coaching position within such a running roster? And I mean, opinions were literally changing every day to a point where we weren't even anti-stratting T-sides anymore. And furthermore, I had my changes I wanted to make, and ultimately they didn't happen, and here we are now. That is I'm a Pet, or Chet for short. Now that's a pretty telling sort of tweet right there.
Yeah, there was even more in that interview that was real drama, right? It was real interesting to read. To talk about, you know, the relationships between some of these players in the team with Chet. I think the word horrendous was even used at one point. And so that really just goes to show what the attitude maybe was like in the team with players not getting along with the coach. Like, that certainly doesn't help, right? You need everyone to be on the same page. You need people to be following your leader. And at the end of the day, you know, not that I think Chet was a good coach, but, you know, at the same time, maybe the change is what this team needs.
Yeah, just maybe. And you know what? Speaking of changes, there's a lot going on still with this lineup. A lot of speculation and even some reports. Some sources have told us that there's a potential for former MIBR, former Liquid coach, and Zeus to become the new coaching staff of this Evil Genius lineup. Now, let me just say right off the top, when I look at Zeus, I can see the coaching mentality. I can see that guy is going to bring electricity to a lineup and moreover, maybe turn the lights on when things are a little bit dark. I think he can do that here with EG.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the important thing to remember is this wouldn't be Stan's first time working with Zeus, right? And obviously back in their stint in Team Liquid, they didn't really always see eye to eye between the two of them. That was something that Stan explained a little bit more, you know, back in that day. And I don't know, man, Stan's like the Grim Reaper of coaches, it feels like, right? Like, you know, like Zeus went from Liquid and now I'm a Pet's gone. Zeus might be teaming back up with Stan again. You know, I'm curious to see if it works. And I think, you know, a lot of it's just going to come down to hoping that, you know, Stan and Zeus have maybe like sorted out things from the past.
Right.
And you know, hopefully Stan's going to be nice and open-minded to Zeus coming back into this squad now.
Yeah, you wonder about like the power struggle, right, in between this team. One of the quotes that Stan actually had talking about Zeus when he was in that Liquid roster was, I really felt like I was the one who disagreed with Zeus on his ideas and the way he wanted to run things. I feel that I was set up to fail from the start. I was brought into Team Liquid to be a leader, but I believe they already had a leader in Zeus. Now that Zeus is rejoining a team where Stan is very clearly the guy in control here, how is the power dynamic gonna shift there? How are things gonna, you know, change for the better or even for the worse?
Yeah, and it's such a strange sort of thing. We're going to be keeping our eyes on that, but more importantly, we have our eyes on something very, very cool coming your way after this break. We're going to be jumping in this upper bracket final featuring Liquid on one side and the Evil Geniuses on the other. Now, this is not an elimination game, but this certainly has a lot of implications as we look toward that grand finals here for the North American region of the ESL Pro League Season 11. We will be right back after a few messages.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world. The future's not coming, it's already here. Join us and be the future.
There's 2 boxes to get by Nico. Diamonds are gone! Go to hit this. On the ramp though. He knows he's there.
as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouth. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. What your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. Listen to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We are fearless when we fight and not afraid to. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, Air Force, GG Bet, and ESEA.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the ESL Pro League Season 11. This is also the time I tell you about this upper bracket final between that of Team Liquid and the Evil Geniuses going head-to-head right here in our servers. Boy, is it my lucky day. We're going to have a battle of two North American powerhouses. But first and foremost, let me tell you a little bit about our friends over at MSI. Now, everything in the past has either been everything from graphics cards to monitors to laptops. They've had just about all of it. But in this moment, I'm going to have to ask you to head over to @ESLCS, get that follow in, because at the end of the show, we'll have something like this to reveal. It'll be a mystery box brought to you by MSI. We're going to be doing the giveaway at the end of the show. Any guesses?
Is it a series of smaller boxes all leading into like one very, I don't know, I can't even think of what would be on the other end.
Now, I bet you want to know what's inside of here as well. Too bad. We're not going to show you. It's way too early. Ooh. Now, our first question. Let's see what it is. Take a look right here on the screen. The question is going to be, who was the MVP of the ESL Pro League Season 10 Finals? Now, there's three options there. It's Rops, it's going to be Woxic, or it's going to be Kenny S. Now, you really get one shot at this, so make sure you head over to @ESLCS Twitter, get that answer in, and perhaps you can win what's inside this box. Here, I'll just show you real quick. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that yet. What we are going to do is focus on the match at hand. It's time to stop with the nonsense, and it's time to start with the Counter-Strike. We have a best of 3 here, that upper bracket final, I promise you. Liquid, EG, toe-to-toe. Boys, what's up?
I can't wait to see the maps as well, right? Because, like, you know, Liquid, they lean towards Dust 2, and the last time these guys played in that series, they picked that, they lose it. It's a map that they've been picking in the Pro League, but it's one that they've got a 17% win rate on. They're getting wrecked on it. They only beat MIBR in their opening day 16-2. Other than that, it's all losses for Liquid. So where's this map pool going? What do we have? Inferno was a double overtime last time. I want more of that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it reminds me of Mouse Sports from season 9, I think it would have been, when they came into it and they were playing a load of Dust to begin with, like a load of Dust too, and they were getting pretty wrecked on it. Yeah. And then we learned it was like one of these situations where, as we see with teams like 100 Thieves and their Inferno and Mouse Sports and how they used to be on Dust 2, you know, it's a map that looks great.
On every map.
Yeah, it's a map that looks great maybe in practice and in scrims, but perhaps, you know, when you get into the nitty gritty, when it's actually game time, it falls apart a little bit. That's been the case for Liquid pretty much all Pro League long thus far.
Which is a scary thing if you think about North America's team, right? These are two teams that can battle out for that sort of a title, if you will. You look at Liquid, you see that they've already put the Intel Grand Slam up there. You've seen that they have all the keys to beat the top tier teams in the world. But, you know, weirdly enough, Evil Geniuses has some of that poise too.
Yeah, I think Breezy's going to be a big talking point in this series. You can see his stats on the right side of the screen. Highest ADR he had, like, you know, his kills were up there. They're ridiculous. Over 300 in the maps that they played so far in the Pro League. Breezy has just been a delight to watch on the AWP, on the Krieg. Doesn't matter where you put him, doesn't matter what he's got, he gets it done. And that's going to be the biggest threat here for Liquid in this best of 3, you can only imagine.
Yeah, you can only imagine as to the outcomes of this, too. We're going to have to talk predictions and vetoes and all that good stuff, but more importantly, I'm looking at these two teams from a surface level who understand the importance of this match, who understand that, hey, North America, for a Counter-Strike division or Counter-Strike region, however you want to classify it, is in a pretty crucial time crunch right now as to who is going to be at the top of that. We know that Liquid have seen Mortal. You know, these are guys that can be beaten. They're just like an Astralis over on the EU side. No matter how good they were at one time, what can they do here now to show up in a big way is the big question I think is on everyone's mind.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing, you know, like, but both these teams have had pretty shaky times in the Pro League thus far. You know, you think about Team Liquid, they had losses to the likes of Swole Patrol and Furia on that list, who they would then be facing if they went into that lower bracket spot. Sure. And let's not, I mean, for both of these teams, you know, even though EG were able to win that series versus Furia, it was still a close series, right? So, you know, you've got that in the back of your mind. This actually has some pretty big implications because you're not just playing one less game, you know, and a chance to get eliminated in that extra game if you lose it. You also, as we've said a couple of times, you get an extra map advantage in the best of 5 grand finals. Yeah. So this matchup is very important. There's a lot on the line.
Yeah, and that grand final, not tomorrow, but perhaps the day after. That sound good for you guys for that best of 5 grand final?
Yeah, we can lock it in.
Okay, let's do that. And while we're doing things of locking in material around here, we're going to be talking about those vetoes. We got 3 maps in front of us between EG and Liquid. Where do we think we're going?
Yeah, I mean, these are reverse bans from last time. These might be reverse because last time we had the exact same bans, but EG were the ones to ban Train, Liquid were the ones to ban Overpass. That's actually... Yeah, and so Nuke coming through. Someone take this away from me. I don't know what's going on.
Anything will do, Harry. Anything you got.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, these have to be the wrong way around, right? Surely.
Yeah, these are
the same map picks
I think
as last time, but perfectly inverted. So yeah, these are the wrong way around. Liquid picked Dust 2, and they ban out Train, EG ban Overpass while they pick Nuke into this series. And we end on Inferno. It's the exact same map pool as the last time these two teams played.
Why not?
Exact same order. Everything's there. And we saw how it panned out last time, right? Team Liquid were able to edge it over the line.
Yeah, which is something that you would almost expect is sort of the big brother to this EG lineup, which now things look a little bit different, a little bit of sibling rivalry almost as we think about the confines of this series. What it means to go forward in Pro League Season 11 is certainly something that's a talking point now. Now you look at both sides of this equation, you think, okay, are the 2 + 2s equaling 4, or do we have a weird sort of like 2 + 2 = like 10 over there somewhere?
I don't know if I follow the numbers metaphor so much, but what I will say is I think this is going to be a great matchup for like head-to-head level, right? Like you've got Breezy versus Elige. I think that's going to be a real talking point, right? Elige has looked fantastic in the Pro League, and as has Breezy. I think for both of these teams, those have been the two names that have bailed them out as well as carried them to strong finishes here in the Pro League thus far.
Yeah, well, there are no Finns here in this matchup, but at least now we can talk about our predictions. Of course, those are going to be brought to you by GG.bet. So now, let's go ahead and do the damn thing, and let's start with you, Hugo.
I'm going to go on the side of Liquid. I think it can be hard, especially with the maps being the same. I didn't think they would lean towards Dust 2 in this series. So the fact that they have means hopefully they've done some homework, hopefully they've done some preparation and come back in ready today. But obviously, I'm hoping we have a little more split death so I can overtake some of you, maybe.
Well, let's find out if that's the case, Harry.
Yeah, we might actually. I'm going to go with EG on this one. I think my man Breezy's been looking real good. I think that potential of a second AWP on him is deadly. And yeah, you know, EG all the way.
Straight up Team Liquid. That's the way it's got to be. Now, what does Rushley have to say about it? Of course, Evil Geniuses, he goes the opposite of us every time. It's almost like a weird sort of strategy that we have. Either way, we are ready to jump into this. We know what our maps are. We know what the GG.bet odds are. They're going to be favoring that of Team Liquid. No real surprise there if you think about just how potent and impactful these teams can be. Liquid certainly have shown that poise and shown that they have the accolades to back it up. However, the Evil Geniuses, looking to dethrone that, looking to be that #1 team throughout North America, and definitely beating Team Liquid is at the top of the list in order to make that happen. Now, we are ready to jump into a matchup. We have the DJ on set, and you know what? Now is time to kick the tires and light the fires. Let's get it going. DJ, drop that ish.
I love it, Trace. T-side start for Evil Geniuses. This is the first map of the series. This is Nuke. And this is going to be a long one. You can only imagine. Nitro's pushed inside of the lobby in this round. He's being held. Ethan's ready. The man with utility. Not the man you want to die first, considering EG still need to perform and execute in this round. Liquid are pushed up on ramp with Elige think they're going to double back, bail from this position. It gets smoked off. EG are aware of it. They're in full control of this round, and they're going to start to wrap main to take this top site.
Oh, twists, flashed, but still an unknown entity here. And oh goodness, no one's checked for him. Thankfully, oh, never mind. He does manage to double up. Is that going to be enough though? Has Elige coming on the back to make this one look doable? It's Ethan in the 1v1, and he manages to cement it. 3 kills for him in that round there. Doesn't even have to expend his utility that he brought with him into the round. And EG going to get off to a hot start here in the pistol. 1-0 up as the force buy comes in from the Liquid side. They're looking to get a bit of revenge here in the second round. Double scout between Stewie and Naf. And so, you know, let's just recap what we've kind of seen from these teams throughout the Pro League, or what have been the tendencies. I think for Team Liquid, one of the things that's kind of plagued this squad has been pretty slow starts thus far into the majority of their series. And I think, you know, that there's 2 safe pair of hands on this Liquid side that have been turning up really no matter what. And I think for that, you're looking at Elige and you're looking at Naf. Now, for EG, I don't know. I can't really say the same for this squad. It's pretty much been Breezy who's been consistent. Tarek's had some great games, but he's also had some pretty quiet games. And same kind of story for Ethan. I think the X factor for EG in this series is going to be Cirque on that AWP, because the one thing that Team Liquid do kind of falter in is having that strong, reliable AWPing presence. And so I think he's going to be pivotal today. Now, let's see if this force buy can yield some results for Team Liquid. Elige had an opportunity there, but wasn't quite able to find it. Gets away with a nice bit of nade damage onto Cirque and Ethan. And that softened them up here for this scout back in CT.
Twist though, that smoke's about to fade. He needs to get out of main, and Naf is actually laying down the damage outside. He's found a second tag onto Cirque. The grenade could finish things off, but Tarek will find that kill instead. Does eat the grenade on the way out though, 50 health. There are some seriously tagged up players on both sides of the coin, and EG are going to try and take top. Going in through the Heaven position, Tarek checking for a player, spotting towards Heaven. There is not one.
I like this play. They're going to boost up on the other side. And that's just in case there's a player from Liquid holding this off angle in Heaven, but that's just not the case.
Shui's below.
Is that Nitro in the hut? Elige below Heaven. And he knows exactly where they are. The secret's up. The jig is up. Elige a little bit timid to get up there, but now he's going to go for it. Looks for the shot on the Stanislaw, and it's not gone well. What can Nitro do? With the CZ, looks for this second kill in what is a 1-on-3 retake.
That's such a sad round for Liquid, right? They have everything going well. Nafla's getting tagged. Elige, he has an opportunity. That could have been Liquid's.
It's even sadder because that was Elige's second opportunity with the Deagle to get a kill on players that didn't know where he was. And both times, you know, the shot just missing by a pixel, it feels like.
Not true. If he hangs around, he's going to die to the bomb. He's looking to get a kill late as EG depart the bomb site, but no guns dropped in the time tick-tock. He's got to run. 2-0 for EG. And with those vetoes being the exact same as last time these two play, with, of course, EG picking Nuke, Liquid picking Dust, and Inferno remaining, well, that's quite the interesting story, right? We always talk about teams often learning more from a loss, who have, you know, more rounds to look back at and go, okay, we didn't succeed there. What could have we have done to make it better? But here's the weird one. Despite the picks going this way, the wins were reversed, as is often in the Pro League, right? EG losing their map pick, Liquid losing their map pick. It just seems all too common right now. So will the tides have turned? Will EG be back in control in the grounds of Nuke? We'll have to wait and see. Start is strong, at least. And a full eco here for Liquid should put them at a 3-0 advantage.
See, one of the things I will say about EG and Stanislaw in particular is I think, you know, when you look at like his history in teams and some of the comments he's made, you know, the one that you kind of read out about how Team Liquid already had a leader in Zeus back when Stan was in that squad, and so that's why he didn't feel comfortable. I think that's quite telling of Stan as an IGL, right? He very much has his style of play, and he likes a coach that supports that, right? He wants to be the leader. And that's quite an interesting discussion, one that I don't think we've really had much in Counter-Strike, just about the kind of importance of having a coach and an IGL that fit the same style of play or kind of complement each other well, right? And, you know, I think maybe if you want to look at positives, maybe with Chet gone from this roster, Stan now feels that his decisions and his calls maybe get, like, less pushback, right?
Yeah.
And that can really only be good for the EG confidence as long as the rest of the gang are listening and believing in the calls.
That's certainly a good point, right? Because if you have someone making calls and then you also have someone disagreeing with a call at the same time, like, that just doesn't work, right? You need to all be behind it, or not at all.
I don't think you can look at that and say, like, either person's in the wrong as such, because it's just, you know, two conflicting styles. But either way, I don't think that's going to lead to very productive gameplay, right? And now for EG, obviously, as they're on the hunt for a new coach, I imagine they're gonna they're gonna be bringing in a coach into a team that already has a system in place, already has Stan's system in place. So, you know, at that point, it's down to the coach to adapt, and I think that'll be something interesting to keep an eye on.
That'll be a good test for Zeus, if anything, right? Like, I'm just super excited for that change if and when it does happen.
Guys, I have to come clean on something real quick.
Oh, no.
I just opened the box. I took a look inside.
Is it cool?
I did. And you know what? I can't tell anybody, but I can tell you that the question is out there. The choices for the answers are out there, but you have to go over to @ESLCS. You have to use the hashtag MSI, mystery box. And you have to answer it because the prize inside is such a surprise.
Is it a mystery?
It is for now. But at the end of the show, we will reveal what's inside. And trust me, you're going to want a piece of that. Almost as much as Liquid want to get a piece of this game. So far in this action, they do find themselves down with no round.
Never fun, but no better time to start than the present. So Elige down lower has got to stop this entourage of T's as they head through the secret stairwell. Door is open. They're going to shut it. Ethan waiting for a fight from the top of the site. He's got a crossfire from Ramp as well. Stewie going to go out wide with a lot of damage to Tarek, but Elige gets tagged up in the meantime. Nice kill. Does at least get away with one. Stewie needs the same, but he will get dropped by the Kriegs. Up for EG. Naf now in the window. They line up, and he gets one at least. Still low HP on Tarek. 25 seconds for this plant to happen, and Cirque's got up upper. He's taking that top site. There's no one here, and he's going to get a free plant for it.
Yeah, that bomb's going to be going down an upper. Good read by Cirque to at least get the bomb planted at this junction. Naf on the AWP, well, he's got to find another way up there to defuse the problem. Cirque is pushed all the way through the hut, and now this is going to be an awkward skirmish right here. If Naf reads this, if he gets this shot off, I would be disgusted, and he can't. So it leaves Twist in a 1-on-2. He's already out in the site. He's already got a lot of ground in front of him. The bomb not necessarily planted for Heaven. He's going to tap it. That's going to draw Cirque's attention out of the hut, and Twist does not react whatsoever. Cirque removing him with the AK in another round for the Evil Geniuses. Liquid, money in turmoil, and a slow start the Liquid way.
Yeah, and that's not the start you want on the CT side of Nuke, right? You need to get on the board as early as you can because EG are just going to ring together round after round and build up a really, really good T side. One common talking point that we've had behind EG's name in the season has been slow starters, right? Often going down 0-7, 0-8 before they even get their first round. But still, despite those starts, they have great games and they pull long comebacks into 30-rounders. And, you know, as long as you get the win, that's what matters. So right now, EG starting off strong is going to be a bad sign for Liquid. Getting hunted down lower right now. Naf has gone from the hell. It's going to get mollied as EG just continue the pace down towards B. Great shots from Stewie. Any more on the Deagle? Nitro's joined the party, and it's starting to fall apart here for EG. Still rifled up on one of these players, but Cirque is going to have to do the heavy lifting as his teammate is gone. The bomb in the door. Cirque can't find it, and they're swinging it in his face. Liquid, they get an eco win. That is a perfect start for them.
Yeah, how Nitro didn't grab a gun out of that is a little puzzling, but either way, he grabbed the kill that was important. He'll be able to buy himself regardless. Look at Stewie. Goes for one, goes for a second. And that's all she wrote. That's plenty right there. He could have died immediately after that, and it still would have been fine from the looks of it. Either way, good play from Liquid. They do grab themselves around. They put an AWP in the hands of Mr. Nasty Naf. Now we're going to see what they can do, Harry Russell.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So with Liquid, whenever they've had these slow starts, once they get going, boy, do they get going. And so this is where we're going to see if it's going to be that kind of similar case. They get their first on the board, and I'm hedging my bets that a second should be following right around the corner. Now, something to bear in mind here is the AWPs are out on either side, and it's the first time we've seen these really in play. Cirque's taken his over here towards outside. Elige is back in the garage. Naf is sat with his holding for the outside cross. And Elige is just going to be patient. Cirque goes running back to throw these outside smokes in. And these are just the standard two that block off behind back red. They're not going to be these main smokes. Instead, this is just a safe path down to secret for EG. But that's not where this play is looking to end up. They've thrown the outside smokes to try and fake a rotation. Now, Nitro makes noise there. It looked deliberate. I think he was going to go back up, but then he's decided to actually stay down towards B. And this is something that maybe could hurt Team Liquid in this round. Twists is now alone over here at the A side of the map. There is Naf over towards Hell, who's available for a fast rotation. And with Elige getting that kill, that might prompt a rotation of Naf round. And indeed it has, but he's already Molotoved out of the heavens. The bomb plant going to come through for EG. And now they get this down to a 4-on-4. Molotov in the vents denies Nitro's rotation up into the site. And so for the time being, Team Liquid, well, I was going to say they're almost like 3-on-4, but now Cirque has actually made it a 2-on-4, and that's an undoable round for Team Liquid. The AWP comes out in Cirque's hands, and it finds immediate success in this round. A 5th on the board for EG, and no options for Liquid here but to save.
Yeah, who was that dropping down the vents? Was it Lige or Nitro?
Nitro.
Nitro. I don't know if he did mean to make noise, but regardless of whether he did or not, he goes down for that rotate, right? Twist throws the door smoke, and then he checks Hut. You know, a player out in the garage, a Lige, gets a kill onto a main split, and he must make the call, okay, be prepared for a topside hit. Stan was trying to go through the main smoke. He was trying to get into A. So Twist instantly off that info looks at the Hut, and that's when they walk through his door smoke and headshot him in the side. So good play from EG. Very risky to go through that smoke, but of course, hearing the vent drop really did, provide some value for them. They knew they had an opening, and they grabbed it by both hands. I like that from EG. Not second guessing, not wasting time, just going right for it. And they did manage to, take on Liquid on this map. The last time they played a few days ago, they got a 6-round T-side to start and weren't able to close it. 16-14 loss, or 13 loss rather. So this is quite the start, and this is far better than the past, and they're going to look to build upon it even so. Stan trading outside, Naf with the AWP is gone from the round, and EG have a path down towards B. Liquid already forced on those rotations. Look at the moves. Look at them, what they're making. Stewie's gone down lower. Nitro again next to the vents. But at least this time there is a heavy play here for EG. As I say that, Breezy just walked outdoor and killed 2 topside players. So forget the B-bomb site, EG. They can go right back up the vent if they get through this one man. But that one man is now all that stands. Breezy on a 3K. And this round might just be done.
Yeah, what's Stewie going to do now? He's got this FAMAS, and, well, with that minute left on the clock, it doesn't look like they've committed. They do not have a clue where Stewie is. Ethan does now. A little bit of shock and surprise right there. Breeze, though, with that. Krieg is also going to lose a duel, so Stewie making a little headway here with the FAMAS. Go figure. You wonder what those glowing blue things are through the wall? Well, those are kits. Those are diffusers. just in case there was any confusion. Let's see what Stewie2K does now. He already has one in his hands. And he did drop the bomb a minute ago with Ethan running through Mini.
Yeah, not reloading here to stay silent is good in the short term, right? Because you're checking angles, you don't know where they are. But now in the long term, now they could be anywhere. And he must want to reload with 6 bullets in the clip, or the mag, rather. But yeah, EG are down B. He knows it. He's going to sneak silently. This means he has to get an immediate headshot with this FAMAS, and it's just not going to happen. Cirque is ready on the angle, and EG recover that round. Nice try from Stu, though. Stuck on a 1-on-4 as Breezy just tears his team apart, and he gets 2 kills and stalls it out on that top site. Unfortunately for him, he is avoided, and EG goes 6-1 up.
Interestingly enough, you see the little tidbit there. Both times EG have faced Liquid in a BO3 during 2020. They've lost.
And even on top of that, EG have never beat Liquid in a best of 3. The last time they did was under NRG with the Core, and it was back in 2018. So it's been 2 years since EG have won a BO3 series versus this roster. At least talking about Cores, of course.
And as you can tell by my pick of EG in this series, I clearly think that times might be about to change. Now in this round, Nafa's gone aggressive and caught a man in the form of Breezy. That's quite the man to catch as well. We often talk about him being the guy to keep an eye on in this EG squad.
Certainly was in the last round.
Ooh, Elige, they know you're in there, buddy. This is about to get real hot in Squeaky, or Secret rather, and Elige is trying to dodge bullets. He's actually done a great job, and wow.
He stayed alive throughout that entire thing.
He's done it. I really didn't think he would. Now, in the meantime, Cirque has picked up a kill. By the looks of things, into Squeaky. Catches Naf trying to push on out. Elige has given up that he's still here. There aren't any nades on EG to actually deal with him, so he's going to stay alive in Secret for the time being. And that actually might be enough to put EG off of outside. Just stay away from it for now.
Yeah, that can be quite a menace of a position to fight against, that Secret position. We see Electronic do the same sort of stuff there, where he goes up through Secret and causes a fight outside, tries to put just a damper on whatever plans those T's might have into getting in the lower. It looks like they want to use the ramp room. Stewie's going to be there. Can't have as much success with Deagle this time around.
Yeah, that timing, right? He holds that angle for like 30 seconds, and then the second he moves forward, EG push into him. He thought that maybe they wouldn't come ramp because there were only 25 seconds left, but EG, they get that kill, and they just speed right up. They take lower in an instant. 10 seconds for this plant, but Elige can't stop it with a smoke in the door. And EG, I mean, at this rate, it's a guaranteed 7th. Liquid aren't even looking to chase. Twist is going to want to save his Krieg, you'd imagine, although they are coming down the ramp room, looking to do damage at the very least and try their hand at this round, but I don't see it going their way, especially with no kit.
Yeah, this is going to be real weird. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, Cirque. Merry Christmas, buddy. It's Nitro. Finds him with the 1 Deeg. It was short-lived. So, yeah, this is going to be a 7th round for EG. Be Elige and Twist. Twist is going to hold on to that Krieg. Maybe Elige can find himself 1-2 on the way out the door.
They've got more health, so they'll survive in this position. He's dead, so he needs a kill, and he won't get there in time. He thought they would exit there his way, but yeah, EG, lots of health, so they can survive in the radio room, the control room. And they will keep up this streak on the T side. 3 in a row now, up to 7-1. Are there any answers? Are there any responses here from Liquid?
Not yet.
Quite the turnaround for EG. I think back of last season of Pro League Finals, where they were 16-0'd on this map, 15-0 down on the T side of Nuke to a very hungry Mousesports, who did go on to win that event.
Speaking of events, perhaps it's time we remind the viewers what this one's all about. What's the whole enchilada?
Oh, a great double opening here in this round, and Cirque actually immediately shut down there as it gets traded back. I thought he was going to go on a bit of a run, but it's not going to happen in this round. Elige is laying them to rest outside.
Yeah, just Ethan with a Krieg. Good luck, my friend. Look for the drop here. He is getting shot from this window angle of Elige, and that's that. Now, I did say,
yeah,
you know, let's kind of remind everybody what this is all about, and maybe this is a better time for it.
You know, we're talking about enchiladas. Well, you know, whoever wins a Pro League is going to be eating good, Trace. At least in the North American side of things, $75,000 for first place here in the online region.
Well, North Americans, we tend to eat really good either way. I mean, we pretty much can see that evident to this day.
yeah, you have great portion sizes. I say great, I can barely finish them, but I'm a bit malnourished. So
the sodas are a little overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
A 95-ounce soda, which I don't think exists.
Your sweet teas as well have more sugar
than
you're recommended to have in a day.
And it's great every single time. Love it.
Yeah.
I love sweet tea.
You love it, you drink it.
And I might even wear it, depending what state you catch me in. Either way, here we go. We've got the squeaky door blowing off. A breeze is going to be hanging out there, but there's also some hitters here on the side of Evil Geniuses that have garnered control of that ramp room.
Oh, hello. No, not allowed. Stan has been bested by Elige multiple times out in this yard position, despite the scoreline. Elige, such a sick player, and Twist as well is going to be holding his own. This is a winnable round for Liquid. They shouldn't drop the ball here. 2 on 3, and Elige has caught the orb. There's a man in the side of the site, and another one spotted ramp side. Tarek does get that kill. That's crucial. It leaves Twist in a clutch, but if there was any man... Oh, he's not dropped the bomb. He does recover, but now the Molotov burns him right out. Tarek does win that round. Twist tried to escape the gunshots, and instead he walks into the fire in flames. It's an 8th for EG. Liquid can't catch a break.
Okay, Kona. Or forehead. I don't even know which one would apply to this. Either way, yeah, Twist fighting for his life there at the end of the round, but, well, that's the way she goes sometimes, Bubs. Bone apple tea.
That's one that rolls right off the tongs, man, that does.
Yeah, right off the tongs.
And, well, over here towards outside, it's actually looking like Nitro and Elige trying to build a shelf of steam, and they do manage to do exactly that. Nitro doubles up and deals with the outside push. Stan once again gets dropped over here towards the outer realm, and Naf there immediately shut down Breezy as he tries to reposition behind the vents. That just leaves Cirque and Ethan in this 2 on 5, trying to keep the dream alive, but it's not looking great. Double ramp hold now. Elige, very mobile in this round. Heads on over to try and help out Stewie. And Stewie don't need help. Ramp belongs to him, and Team Liquid will get themselves a 3rd on the board.
Well, there it is. Finally happening, right? Like, what a sick round as well for Liquid. Just everyone staying alive. 2 Ks on the back of Nitro and Stewie. EG very much walking into the crosshairs there. It seemed like more of a default round for them than necessarily a grand scheme. But after losing that one, I'm sure they'll go back into their game plan, whatever that may be, and it may be delayed with an eco coming up first. This is certainly going to allow Liquid to get back into this matchup, this half, more importantly. Twist is playing close towards A. It looked like EG wanted to rush that top site with a flash over through the skylight and the door nade, but instead they run right towards ramp.
Oh, and Stewie, he sees it, and he knows it's coming, and he sees a challenge, and it is a challenge. They're able to get past him. Ethan will get cut down. Naf makes quick work of the ramp play, and this is Circle alone. He lands that first dink, but the aim punch sends him flying. And so Team Liquid recovering a 4th round on the board. Now, if they can 7-8 this half, that is a huge recovery from Liquid, considering they were 8-2 down at one point in time. And that's definitely one that Liquid can come back from. I mean, truthfully, with what we've seen from Liquid in the Pro League thus far, I feel like even if they like 5-10 this half, I ain't counting them out just yet. They've been very, very resilient throughout every series thus far.
But I feel like we're going to run into something here. I feel like we have a complication. Yep, look at that. There it is. Just as I suspected, just as I smelled.
Wow.
Not live is called. It's Naf. He's going to be crashed, and that's going to be a restarted round. If you consider that there is no damage taken on either side, that's 105 times over on each side of this plate. Well, that's going to be a restart of a round as soon as we get Naf back into the server.
How did you know that, Trace?
I had
so wise.
An inkling, you know. Sometimes when I watch Naf play, it's not just like sloth-like movements. It's more, you know, that's a little too sloth-like.
Yeah,
it's a little jittery, you know. So either way, yes, that is the case. Just waiting to get him back in here. Probably a good time to invite you to join us on the broadcast using hashtag EPL Mailbag and let us know what kind of questions you have. Perhaps you want a little bit more clarity as to how this group wears down to at the end. Well, we can tell you everything you need to know for the most part. Hashtag ESL Pro League will also be permissible. I think the EPL meme review is currently on a hiatus, but also we are always accepting memes. So there we are.
Yeah, it's more like, you know, the memes just weren't that great.
Just tell them how you feel.
So, you know.
Don't whisper it, Harry. Say it loud and proud.
Say it with your chest,
If
Harry.
I whisper it, then I can't be held accountable. I think that's how that works,
You're right.
actually. No, why is that your go-to whisper sound?
What are you talking about? Anyway, just waiting to get back in here. I can hear the chat popping off in the game, but you guys are not privy to that. Neither are we.
Bastion, of course, has got to update us with anything interesting that goes on.
Yep. All the sloths. Every single one of them. How's your guys' day been now that the season's coming to an end? You've got some off days coming up. What did you, how'd you really treat today? What did you do today, Hugo?
I slept in till 5 in the evening
Nice.
or afternoon. It felt great, Trace. It was a really, really nice day. You know, we would be in Denver right now if all things were well normal. Nothing is normal, but I'm glad I'm here with you, in the studio, talking counter.
Talking a little bit of counter. I'd imagine Harry didn't do anything cooler than that. So Harry,
I actually did 100%, mate.
Oh, okay.
I played a little game of CSGO this morning.
So did we, Harry. We were all in that game.
Mention that,
We were
so
all in
I
that game,
feel
Harry.
like
well, there were other games being played. Now, I don't want to point any fingers, but Hugo.
Wait. I thought we were going to jump on the other side of things.
Sorry, man. You got to mix it up around here sometimes. And speaking of mixing it up, we're even going to try this thing where we play the game, but that's not going to be for another roughly 75 seconds or so. So hold on to what you've got. I would say today was a pretty good day. Sat in the sun for a little while. I watched the kids playing that other game, that new game. I don't even know what it's called, but they were sitting there playing that all day.
Yeah,
talking about abilities.
It's like CS with wizards, I think.
Yeah, basically, I guess. Anyway, wonder if we'll see any Vandals bought up in this round. We don't really know. And that is a weird thing. I'm looking here. I'm not seeing any shadows. Now, if you can look down, Bastion, below this sort of sign that we were just at, can you look below the sign? Oh, there's one shadow right there. So if the shadow's being cast this way.
Where's the sun, though?
Where's the sun? This is an unplayable game. It's
what
time
do you
to
mean,
stop.
dude? That's the sun right there. That little, bright spot.
Fly us directly into it.
Whoa, the sun's square. We've heard of flat Earth. We've even heard of flat moon, but no one has heard of square sun. And let me wait till you hear about this one, because it's really quite plausible. It's right there.
Square.
The evidence is in front of us.
Take your screenshots. Yeah, there you go. Proof in the pudding. The sun is square, I guess. And now the freeze time will also come to an end. So thank goodness. I mean, we're not known to be astronomers, not known for our meteorological
Talk for
time
yourself,
ways.
mate. I own a telescope and a microscope, and I use them both sometimes.
Yeah, to figure out your rocket appliances?
Yeah, because then you really see close. You see further down the thing that lets you see closer. And that's just more zoom for your buck at that point.
I think you've actually blown my mind.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea.
He's blown his as well.
Yeah, well, just imagine it.
2 for 1.
Here's EG in with a partial buy. You don't need a microscope, a telescope, or a stethoscope to figure this one out. There's a lot of scopes, and that could be true for the Team Liquid side as well. There's a lot of Kriegs over here for Team Liquid. And being over on the CT side of a map like Nuke, that really helps you, especially in this outside area, especially for a man like Elige, who's been tasked with holding this down, alongside Naf, who's playing that rotate position between hell and heaven. And it's not just conflicts of morality we're dealing with, it's actual conflicts here. Twist does manage to deal with one. Breezy's doubled up and has kept this in a 2-on-3. There's a minute left on the clock, so EG, they've got time, but they don't have manpower or firepower. They've got to try and get this done a man down.
And firepower down as well. Only pistols. There's guns on the other side here for Liquid as they hold the top site. Twist playing safe and with no Molotov available after EG used their all their utility on this top site early. Twist's position is going to be very potent. Breezy not checking it. Standard. Go for it. Twist sleeping at the wheel. And that's a big kill. The AWP coming out, but Naf is caught out in the open, and Breezy will eventually finish off the job. He was tagging him up so much, and down to a one-on-one with the flank being red. Breezy is one step ahead, but he won't hit the shot. Elige shutting it down, getting Liquid back on the board, dealing, most importantly, with a low economy round of EG. Despite the 3K from Breezy, it won't be easy.
Yeah, something we're working on here as well with this trio over on the desk is we're trying to simulate a virtual crowd. Now, Trace just provided us with some sound effects there.
Wow, holy smokes! Yeah,
See?
that'll do it.
You know,
Sounds like we're in the arena already.
I remember back at Katowice last year, and that's pretty much how it sounded. So, you know.
This year.
NA crowds, lol.
Yeah, Katowice, my favorite place in all of NA, honestly. Breezy trying to do damage here, gets out through the squeaky door, but the rest of his team were not so lucky. And to be fair, now he's in the grave as well. Cirque has managed to get one back, and he's waiting for this peek from heaven, but it's never going to come. It's never going to arrive. And as he tries to get down the vent, he gets bid farewell. Team Liquid, 6 now on the board, and a very good chance at 7-8ing this half, considering they were 8-2 down at one point in time. This is a great spot for Liquid to find themselves in.
I love that call from Liquid to not peek out heaven into the A site. EG were down a man, and what they needed desperately was someone to fight them so those Kriegs scoped up on heaven could get a kill and maybe even set them up to drop B site. Liquid don't do that. They already have Twist out and about. He just waits for the contact, and then Stewie peeks off the back of Twist getting a kill on the player leaving hut. Liquid, nice crossfires, nice communication, and they're putting it together. But like said, Harry, you know, even best case scenario, even 7-8 is still a rough CT side on Nuke, so they're going to need to really pull things together in that second for themselves. Liege, though, he's really been warming into this game in the outside area. He's going to fall back early on as these smokes come down. It's wider smokes for EG, not the traditional ones, but look at Naf. He's coming in from low A. He's here to support. These smokes haven't stopped him, and they won't now. EG setting it for a top hit. 3 through the door, 2 through main. Naf, he's got the timing, he's got the shot.
Oh, and Twist gets read like a book. This A site now belongs to EG. Naf, Elige, and Stewie on for the retake. The tension palpable in this round. Cirque is holding for the flank around the back, and Stewie is about to give it to him in more ways than one. He shuts him down, puts it into a 3-on-3, and now this is doable for Team Liquid. Naf is drawing the attention away with this AWP in main, stands homed on in, and does best him in the head-to-head. Elige now dropping down from the heavens. Breezy dealt with, 2-on-2. And Stewie still alive inside the site, smokes the bomb, has to have Elige's back, and Stewie, it's all on him, but it falls apart, and EG, they get 9 to end this first half. We'll be back with the second half of Nuke after a quick break, so don't go anywhere.
Is a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted, your best my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities.
Welcome back, everybody, to Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses upper bracket final. One of these teams will be moving on to that ever-coveted grand final for the Season 11 of North America. And since we're here, let me ask you to get on your feet. Yeah, that's right. The arena, the tension, it's all there. Everything that you need, even some heckling fans in the background as we look towards this second pistol round. Team Liquid looking to pick it up, and moreover, looking to make a much larger gap here in these GG.bet odds. Unbelievable scenes down here at the Pro League. With Harry and Hugo, take it away.
What a crowd, what a stadium we're in right now here in Cologne, and boy oh boy, it is heating up. It's getting ready to get into the pistol round here. Liquid on the T side, and they've got quite the comeback to pull.
That they do. Crowd now. Have gone mild. That's because it finds Cirque looking to deliver some action here on this squeaky door. Meanwhile, Tarek's going to have to give up this ramper and fall off. It has been conceded to that of Team Liquid, and it looks like they want to continue to pressure lower. He's not alone. Ethan trying to help from the door. He's able to tack some damage down there on there, but it's not going to be enough. He falls to Nap, Elysia in the site as well. Now we're going to be seeing the plant as Cirque is eliminated. 2 on 4. And at this point,
there it is, it's done. Liquid. I like that round, actually. I really like that play. They throw a bunch of util into the top site. They have a player at door, dropping a smoke towards Mini, and double flashes coming through. EG definitely ready for an A play, and then Liquid dart down the B bomb site. They overwhelm Tarek, and past that point, it just, snowballs, steamrolls maybe, as Liquid find kill after kill with the Glocks. EG not in a position to stop them. And they're going to force up in the second, as is tradition on CT side nuke. CZ's in armor, Cirque on the scout. He's looked good as well today.
it's true. 14-11, his scoreline. Breeze also on something similar.
Here they come.
And there's a big grenade for Twist.
Owie. That's going to be him out of there, man. He doesn't want to go back up towards Silo anytime soon. And so he'll just give it up, lining up this Molotov to get in towards the A site. Team Liquid, this is just going to be the A commitment with these weapons. And amongst all of this, Stan and Tarek pushing over towards the ramp room. They actually assemble this boost and then move out. They've got this crossfire set up now, but Team Liquid not looking like they want to go to ramp just yet. With Twist still waiting with this Molotov, I think it's going to be the A play. No one on top of the hut right now. So that Molotov might not find what it was looking for. Cirque actually the man to open this round up. That's going to pressure Team Liquid into this A site. Ethan trying to keep the dream alive, and he has doubled up, so he's made it feel doable. Now into a 2-on-2 with Tarek on this flank and a Galil in hand. If he wins that fight on Naf, the round could go in favor of EG, but he's not able to do that. And also Stan takes a bit of an unfortunate stumble down from heaven, and that leads to his demise. Team Liquid now with an 8th, no money over in the EG camp, and so this should be that 9-9 scoreline where Team Liquid, they tie this up. As we've said a hell of a lot, this was 8-2 in favor of EG at one point in time.
The reverse EG, the strong start, the slow finish. Not what we've seen from them before, but is that going to be what's bestowed upon them? Liquid building into this game on the first map, and it's the pick of EG most importantly as well. Liquid, of course, did take this last time they fought on Nuke. That only sets us up for a 3-mapper, ladies and gents, as Dust 2, despite being the pick of Liquid, has not been kind to them in the Pro League. That's all for later, though. Let's stick with the here and the now. The eco of EG that Liquid look to make quick work of. Fully rifled up. Legion in a great position, has crept his way to the garage, and no one is the wiser. EG have not spotted this cross. Now he's safe to get towards that heaven position. Could really set his team up for a topside split here. Ooh. Footsteps in hell. Elige's going to walk right past them, not interested in just a mere kill. Interested rather in the ace site. And that should be gifted over here with basically no one watching it. Only Stan in the main.
Oh, Elise looking for kills, and here they are, delivered courtesy of EG, and they just wheel themselves in on the cart, and Elige helps himself. It's only Breezy left standing, and Elige, he's got the whole buffet. It's a 9th round on the board for Team Liquid, but now that buy comes in for the EG side. Notably, we're going to get that AWP in the hands of Cirque right away.
Yeah, easy as that. Elige making him look silly right here.
He's honestly been so good in NA Pro League this season, man. I mean, you know, it's I say that like I'm surprised. I'm not really. We know how good Elige is. He's a top-rated player. He's 1.27 rating over 12 maps. Second best is Naf as well. Breezy coming in at number 4. So, yeah, I mean, Liquid with 2 players, EG with 1. Most of the others are Brazilian players. So that's not a surprise with how well Fury have found themselves now in that lower bracket consolidation final, taking on the loser here of Liquid EG. But who will lose? That's up for debate right now. Door side play for Liquid, running through the smoke. Ethan's ready for it, though. He's got an off angle, and he's dropped the bomb in the open. Flashes are good, but only 1 kill coming behind them. Stewie with the trade, and they need more. They need far more, as Liquid are absolutely poured out of this round. EG with 4 on the top side are ready to deal with it. 10 rounds on the CT side as they find their first of the half.
And it was an attempt at a bit of a bonus round there for Team Liquid, right? Still running a couple of Galils into that round. That leaves them with money to invest here into this one. But for either one of these two teams, you know, money problems could be right around the corner. Thankfully, with EG keeping that round pretty damn clean, only losing Tarek in amongst all that madness, it's meant that the rebuys here have only had to come in on 1 man. And Team Liquid with these outside smokes, they're walking past the wall. No spam from EG, and so this has allowed Liquid to just slide on by. I mean, there was some spam a moment ago. Didn't find anything. Cirque is about to realize the truth. My word, that's a unique method of jiggle peeking.
I thought they were going to get clattered.
I mean, with that, like, the way that they peeked at, the kind of jiggle they gave, Cirque now knows there's at least 2 players there, right? Because he spots 2 different guys jiggling the corner. And so I think, you know, Team Liquid anticipating this might have forced more of a rotation out of EG. And actually, if anything, Cirque has up and left the B bomb site. He's moved away in its entirety. EG, in response to all of this, are going to try and take some lobby control. And this is going to be like one of these weird rounds where the sides almost switch. Team Liquid are going to be competing for this heaven, hell, and ramp control. And now, honestly, getting that kill onto Tarek, they probably just go ramp, right? Like, they could have taken the gamble and tried to get heaven. And if no kill presents itself, that looked to be the decision. But the fact that they get Tarek now leaves Naf. He was meant to be splitting main with the rest of the gang if they go heaven. He was actually now transformed into this lurk role. Doesn't get anything from it. Isn't able to cut off the rotations. It doesn't really get too much information either. Stewie now trying to hold on to this round. He's going to have to line up not 1, but 2. And Breezy doesn't give that other kill away. So the man advantage still maintained for EG in this retake, but time is working against them.
Yeah, Stewie's stalling on the backline. If Breezy gets his kill here, the retake's on, but without it, Stewie can just stall and hide alive as he's now the last man standing low on ammo. Pistols out the Glock is not what you want. And EG are going to find the kill, but do they find the kit? They've got the defuse just about in this round, and that will be 11. great call from EG to set up on the top site. Stan, he comes out from hell, and he manages to spot Liquid coming back up from Secret, right? Cirque's forced back without Liquid taking damage, and you'd think Liquid would commit to B, but with Stan spotting them coming back out into the yard, you know, EG just decide, let's force stack A, let's just put everyone on this top site and play rotate if needed. And, you know, while the setup looked good, Liquid changed their mind, they lose a player in main, they drop B, and EG just have really, really fast rotation. So very good calling in that round on the CT side. Good adaptation, not committing to those yard fights that Liquid wanted EG to get stuck into. EG knowing when to give away the map control and when to take it back. Cirque looks to do that in this round with Yorp. He's already got a first. Twist is gone, and Cirque is lighting up the scoreboard. Second kill. There's the wrap. Elige does get into mini. Could just drop down the vent and take lower right now. There's no one there but Naf with the bomb. He has got an open plant. He has got a safe situation on this lower site, but his teammates are a bit away. We still have Nitro coming in late on the ramp.
A little bit of a menacing effect here from Nitro. He just tries to hold down this ramp room. He does pretty good in finding Tarek. Perhaps he could do a little bit more, but no. Stanislaw is there. Bomb planted. Nasty Naf and Elige left to defend its honor here in this lower site, as all three players going to look to retake from the ramp room side. Stanislaw going to play there towards the control room and will be eliminated by Elige. This has gone pretty well for Liquid. The timer has ticked down. Naf with the Glock, the pea shooter from the back of the site.
Run.
And they can't win it. It's done.
Wow.
Unbelievable scenes here for Liquid. Really good round. Some pistols getting the job done, and not what you would have expected. This game continues to go tit for tat.
Yeah, Nitro has a huge impact into that as well, right? Well, obviously everyone steps up. Elige getting the kill, Naf getting the plant, and down on B with the Glock as well, which is so risky. You know, Nitro, he throws that flashbang on ramp when EG are trying to take him down, and one player comes out from B to chase him to finish off the job. He comes to help his teammate. He gets flashed out. Nitro gets the kill, and then Nitro dies, but he gets info that all the players are coming in from ramp room, so that Liquid can just set up for the post plant, knowing exactly where EG were coming from. Elige has a great position to fire off from the decon, and Naf just stalls and buys time from the back of the site. Liquid, they get it done with Glocks. That is not going to be normal, but neither will that be. Ethan mowing down two in the door. Hot play still coming through for Liquid. They are about to get mocked up. These top side plays have been torn apart by EG, so Liquid will dive down the vents into B, but it's another rough situation, especially for Tarek, who's given away his position.
Yeah, and somehow, well, I guess he does have backup there. Stewie was waiting for Tarek, who did miss a few CZ shots. Either way, bomb down for Liquid. You got to think about that, too. Elige can push the side hole, finds 2 kills. Now that might make this a Liquid round. Almost able to give himself 3. Naf, full HP, nade in hand, flash as well. 16 rounds in the magazine. Finds the first one, looks for the second one, he does it. Liquid do it, and they put an 11th on the board.
It's the same tag team as well of Naf and Elige getting the job done in another disadvantaged situation for Liquid. They hold their own, and this time, you know, it's not Naf just time wasting with a Glock. He's able to put up the final 2 kills in that round. And so Team Liquid, you know, now tying this up once again at 11-11, winning these rounds, and really they shouldn't be. And that's how you get in the head of a team like EG, surely, right? Like, you know, these are back-to-back rounds now, getting lost to man disadvantages. You really can't afford to have that happen if you're EG, not on your map pick.
Oh, my goodness. What a weird predicament between Elige and Cirque. Just on the outside of the smoke, they were both holding. Yet, like ships in the night, no one even noticed. Oh. Scout, though, and then a grenade to follow up. It's not going to be good enough to land close to Elige, and that would have been enough to take his life, though. Breeze on a hut push, and also going to push to the side of ramp. So this has been a little bit of a lobby crunch here, and it's gone well in the way of Team Liquid. It's not a player has been lost. Cirque, the only one left alive, he does have a little above half, and well, that half HP doesn't really matter now, does it? 12 on the board for Team Liquid.
Yeah, that's a good call from Liquid. When you hold that lobby position, the safest way to hold it is how they did. 3 players in the main entrance of it, right? Not close radio, not sitting in door, not sitting next to hut. That's how you lose your individual battles, and their gun gets given over, and you start getting your push on if you're a CT. But instead, Liquid just hold together. They line up multiple kills as a unit, and no one dies on that A entry. 12-11, Liquid back in control. They've had a storming T-side, only dropping 2 rounds. And it's going to be an eco here for EG, who just have to take pistols into this one. Liquid set up for a 13th before the buy is back in to keep EG in their map pick.
Yeah, Liquid are going to play this round very, very slow. They know that the pressure is on EG now. They know the money's not good. And so they're going to wait for the kills to come to them. Cirque gets himself deep outside. A Liege, is he going to check for it? He doesn't, and this could be his demise. Cirque looking for a knife kill and decides against it. Takes the shot while he's got it. And that's a Liege now dealt with. This is an anti-eco that can't afford to get out of hand for Team Liquid, and it just might now, going a man down. They push into the lobby, they push into Nitro, and Cirque is able to double up. The man advantage lies with EG, and this time, it's not Naf and Elige left in the 2v3, it's Naf and Stewie. Now, can Stewie match up in this 2v3? In the same way that Elige could. Naf holding for the door peek. Ethan over in the control room, spam through, and Naf gets shut down. Stewie now has to do this all alone. No ammo and a player coming in from ramp. That's his, from the window, from control room. That's his fate sealed. And a 12th round on the board for EG. They get it done with nothing but pistols to their name.
Yeah, that spam, that doesn't really do much damage to the player on top of the site. But what it does do is it makes audio cues. It makes noises. You hear those bullet impacts. And so the player who opened the double door is able to get the kill off the back of it. They can just come in and, you know, capitalize on the damage their teammate did. You can see Cirque very, very aware, very much realized where Naf was playing. And that's a great retake for EG. It's a great round. They get it done on eco. We've had both teams do it now. As I say, Liquid should be on 13. While it doubles up, it goes even Stevens.
Even Stevens. Shout out young Shia LaBeouf. The only thing looking buff right here besides the Krieg would be this 12-12 scoreline.
Yeah, it is meaty as anything, Trace. We've got 3 30-round maps on us. I'm very confident.
Damn right, Hugo.
This is a really good matchup right now. Like, even though we talk about how EG haven't won it versus Liquid in 2 years, they're always competitive. They always take it the distance. They've even, you know, taken maps and best-of-1 series away from Liquid. So there is that level of competitiveness, but this would be something else entirely if EG could win this entire best-of-3.
And the craziest part, too, is if you think about on the outset of this, right? One team goes on to those grand finals. The other team's going to be going to play Furia, and they are no one to be messed around with and undersold at this point. They have done almost everything right.
Especially for Liquid, you know, if they lose this series, they go face Furia. Furia beat them in the regular group stage, so that's a rematch for Liquid where, yeah, okay, you know, they're coming in still as favorites, but they have lost it before. They can lose it again. Furia are hot to trot. Liquid are falling apart here in the T side right now. 3-on-5 in round number 25. Do they have any answers? They have a molly for this back ven.
Oh. Interference now. Breezy back of the site, trying to keep this in the favor of EG, and he does a good job. Cirque with 3, Breezy with 1, and Ethan 1 and done. 13-12, and Team Liquid, they've got not really much to work with here. It's a pretty grim scenario to be in. This might be one where it's only pistols over on this T side. And that's the thing, right? Liquid, they may have had a great T side thus far, but in these last couple of rounds, EG have started to find their footing once again, and a 14th should be looming around the corner. I mean, I say all that. The pistols have been stellar for whichever side is using them, it feels like. However, this round, the nades, the utility has already done all the damage. And so the rifles follow up behind it. That's all the kills going in favor of EG for NAF. 1v5 with the Deagle. Maybe can deal with Cirque, but he's helped out by Tarek. And so a 14th round for EG. Investment back on the cards now for Team Liquid. They're going to call in a US Air Force tactical timeout as they try and figure out how to right their wrongs from these last 3 rounds.
Yeah, Cirque's really come alive in the CT side as well. I mean, he's been great from round 1. Even with the rifles, he was leading on the T half to get Liquid, or get EG rather, in the lead initially. But 27 kills deep, he's rivaling that of Elige in the same scoreline. And he's wrecking with the AWP. Will that be the problem for Liquid as they don't choose to buy one up? They had money for it. Naf was on 6K in this round, but he'll opt to just go for the Kriegs. Liquid playing things safe for now. The only Krieg being on the player who at least runs the AWP in this map, or has been. So, do or die right now for Liquid. They lose this round, they likely lose the map as well, because it will be EG going up to 15 on an anti-eco. But that being said, Harry, I mean, you just said it. The pistol rounds have been good on both sides. Oh, that's a pick.
Yeah, so now Team Liquid sat a man up, looking like they want to try and go back to this outside control. And that's a pretty safe bet to make, with Stan starting to feel the pressure, you know, losing Cirque outside, having to don this AWP. They swap the outside roll around with Tarek moving away from ramp room and Stan trying to take that up. But, you know, one man over here towards outside, and he's got to do a hell of a lot. It's not the outside play, it's the ramp play, and this AWP that Stan took from Cirque's body is there. Stewie gets the trade. Breezy going to try and pressure into the lobby, and he spots them crossing, but isn't able to shut them down there. B site now secured for Team Liquid and 3G. They've got plenty of money. They might look to give this a go at the very least to make it expensive for Team Liquid. Maybe just hang around and look for these kills. And right now, at least, Team Liquid don't know they're here. They don't know they're already down the vent. And so Stewie starting to check the vent position. Doesn't anticipate that they could be out yet. EG aren't actually attempting this round by the looks. They are just waiting to do this economic damage.
But as shown, I mean, you know, waiting around doesn't always give you the kills with players saving in the control room. Stewie is there. Breezy, he's going to try and make these players come back down to the lower side. Oh, I think they're going to try and stick the bomb. Of course, denied by Stewie, who was hanging around. Ethan gets the kills. And honestly, I think that's a really good round for EG. You know, I think even they probably didn't really believe that was going to work, but just sending in those players there and smoking the bomb when the timer is low makes Liquid consider it, makes Liquid run back. And that gives Ethan the kills to at least, you know, damage the economy. What that does mean long term is if they win this round, Liquid are going to be broke as opposed to getting away with 5 or 4 alive and having everything for the next 3 rounds.
And surely there's some flashbacks to what happened the other day with Mouseboards and FaZe. So, you know, that's probably fresh in everyone's mind. And this is evidence of a meta shifting right in front of you. Speaking of which, here we go with the next round of play. Liquid are going outside.
Oh no, the crowd again ruining it. This is why we have noise cancelling headsets and booths. And of course, the players in their own house now, so can't really hear you, Trace.
Yeah, no one really benefits from that, I suppose. Either way, they are down secret 4 deep.
Ooh.
This is going to be a real awkward exchange here in a second. That Molotov's going to give it away, the fact that they are close. Stanislaw drops one of his own, but can't win out the trade, can't win out the duel with Stewie. Now Stewie finds himself in decon. The rest of his team also stuck down here with him. Elish holding the vents and Cirque holding from a ramp room with the AWP. Look at nasty little Nap, old Ratatouille himself. Out here really trying to cook something up. Tarek might be his first victim. Or is it going to be Cirque? Never mind, it's neither. Good idea, though. That would have been the backstab for the ramp room. However, now that that's out of the question, you have to look at this and you have to say, okay, well, what are we going to do here, Team Liquid? Looks like you want to go lower, and it looks like you will try to get that bomb planted.
Oh, Cirque couldn't quite get the shot off through the smoke. The molly won't make things easier either. Flash timing shot almost connects. Cirque has been so close to 2 kills in this round. Instead, he will be met with a grenade. Liquid, this is a potent setup down on B. Powerful. They have all attention, all eyes on the ramp room. Tarek, where's the contact coming from? Everywhere is the answer. Eli's going to find his headshot through the window. Stewie coming down the vents for 1. And it's a double save here for EG as they realize it's slipping through their fingers this game and this round. 14 for Liquid. Oh dear, we're going the distance. We're going full 30, maybe even bonus rounds on the card here for the opening map of the night.
Last time we saw these two teams play, it ended in a tense double OT game on Inferno with Team Liquid narrowly taking it over the line. And we could see the same here in the first map of the night. And honestly, it would be a pretty fitting way to round out this first map. It's been kind of neck and neck in this second half. Team Liquid able to pull it back and get it looking possible, right? There was a time where EG were almost looking like they were going to run away with this game. They were 8-2 up, and now we sit 14-14. That's on the back of the first 8 rounds. 6 of them went Team Liquid's way here coming into this second half. And since then, it's been very, very back and forth. Investment is in for EG, but you look at how much money's left floating around in those bank accounts, and it's not great. A loss in this round leaves them crippled at round number 30. It would be 15 to Team Liquid and a 4 spy for EG for overtime. So, what's the solution? Fast play for Team Liquid. Elise tries to get down the vent, and somehow he does. I mean, I'm not really sure how he's allowed, being full blind, stood in a Molotov.
Well, that's credit to Liquid's utility, right? They throw the appropriate grenades into that door position to allow Elise to get down. Yeah, it gets messy. He gets blinded, but those flashbangs also affect EG. So the main smoke, the flashes, the mollies, they're all worth it in the end. It's an investment for Liquid. And the result of that investment is Elise now down lower. He's nearing a 30 bomb in the 29th round. And maybe he'll just get it down on this B-bomb site. Liquid going to come and join him. Elise just patrolling the area as we speak, making sure no one from EG is on rotation. But there it begins. Stan is coming down to join Cirque on lower, who's already in the window room. With that window broken, EG can silently shift into position. And Liquid might not be ready for this double setup.
Ooh, timing's everything here. Stan gets spotted, and if he can get so much as 1 kill, that would have been great. He gets a bunch of players down low. Re-smoke in from Cirque, and Elige goes through to his demise, but Stewie has been able to keep this in favor of Liquid, and now they turn away from B. They don't like the idea of that B-bomb site all of a sudden, and I wonder why, with Cirque floating around there on the AWP. On top of that, they know that this is going to pull rotations away from A, and so they get a free A-bomb site on the Team Liquid side. I'm looking at this, and it could just be the save for EG, honestly. Like, they don't have money into the next round. They don't really have much to work with in this retake. And yeah, that looks to be the decision. It's a save to give away 15 to Team Liquid. And like, it's a horrible call to have to make if you're EG in this situation, but it's really the only option you have, right? Like, you can give that a go in the 3-on-4, but if it doesn't work, you're screwed, and Team Liquid can run away with this first map. At least this way, there's a chance they can get us to OT.
Bonus rounds, our favorite type. As money goes out the window, I bet EG wish that were the case right now. They're going to have to force buy on these 2 players who did go down. Guns can be dropped by the likes of Cirque and Breezy, though, so all can be fine and dandy for round number 30. And yeah, great call for Liquid, and good pace to go back up to that top site. They don't make the mistake of hanging around too long. Once they kill Stan, Elige dies going through the smoke. Cirque shows his AWP off, and in a 4-on-3, Liquid go, well, we have the advantage. EG already had 2 players lower. Who says there's not going to be more? There's definitely going to be more. So let's just avoid this position. They go back up top, and it's empty. It's good stuff. 15-14, 1 left for Liquid to take away the map pick of EG. That would, of course, leave us going to Dust, a map that Liquid have been picking, but not exactly winning as of late.
Quite the risk over there, if you think about it.
Yeah, and one that EG beat them on when they played last as well. But, you know, this ain't the first time Liquid have won Nuke against EG. Similar situation. It was 16-13 last time. So, EG, hey, they made improvements at the very least. They got an extra round on the board, but they're looking for number 30. They're looking for overtime, Trace.
Yeah, this is it. This is for the map right here, and that OT is certainly something that Evil Geniuses want to find for themselves here on their map pick. There's some sort of proverb to be learned from this season about winning the opposing team's map picks, but, well, we might just be witnessing that living testament right here. This looks like a lot of attack outside, a lot of attention, rather.
Oh, wow. Oh, get him out of here.
What a double from Twist to open up this round. And now Team Liquid looking to pick up the pace on the back of it, but that's the bomb drop. Naf fully blind. Cirque gets himself a double, and it might be OT here in the first map of this best of 3. Twists and Nitro in a 2-on-2. And oh dear, it's a bit awkward for Tarek. Twist comes up the ladder behind him, and now all the pressure is on the shoulders of Cirque with this AWP in hand. His weapon of choice. Certainly not the gun you wanted to have him armed with, but Twist locks it in. Team Liquid, they keep it going in their favor. 16-14 with a 4K from Twists in that final round to get the job done. He doesn't just provide the first two, he provides the last two as well for Team Liquid. Now they sit 1-0 up in this series. Dust 2 coming up next. It's their map pick. So can Liquid get it done in 2, or is this all ending on Inferno once again? Join us after a quick break to find out.
Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you could climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
Well, the first map comes to a close and things get a little scary around here. Nuke, Liquid, Evil Geniuses comes out on top inside of Liquid, 16-14. Of course, what was a little bit of a back and forth game, there's one man that's shown through, Elige on 100+ ADR, 29 frags, and having his way with the Evil Geniuses, who all intents and purposes did make it competitive. I got Harry Hugo here with me to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, what a great game. This is already shaping up par for the course, as it were. Trace, we had the same series the other day in the Pro League, and it went the exact same distance, right? Liquid taking away Nuke from EG in a 30-round bonanza. Next, we got Dust 2. I kind of expect the same at this point. I think we're going to Inferno regardless of how things turn out. Dust 2 has not been a good map for Liquid, despite them regularly picking into it. I do wonder what's behind that, and I wonder maybe today, with them already having lost this map to EG, they come out with something different in their pocket. We'll have to wait and see, though. That's a map coming up later.
Wild stuff. 29 and 18, Harry. What the heck is that all about? Cirque 31 and 17?
Yeah, no, it's mental, you know. Like we were bigging up this battle of Breezy and Elige, and it ended up being Cirque delivering the goods in the server. Now, we were saying, I think, you know, a good way to describe him in this squad, at least what we've seen thus far in the Pro League, is like Cirque is like your wild card, right? He's either going to be in there fragging out at some insane level, as he did here, 31 to 17, or he's going to be like, you know, 20 kills. And I don't want to say that's necessarily bad, but, you know, not delivering the incredible performance.
It's fine when Breezy's up there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Slightly lacking in this one.
But that's the thing, you know, I love what Cirque brings to this squad. And the fact that he's arrived looking so damn good here on Nuke, I think sets a good tone for Dust 2 and a chance for EG to pull it back and take us the distance.
It does, and there have been moments where we've seen him, you know, somewhat flat. However, this next gentleman, this next sprightly star that I'm bringing into the studio today, one that I consider my friend and one of the cooler cats that I've met on my esports journey, it's going to be that of James IRL. You might know him as Marcus. James, happy to have you with us, my friend. How are you?
Thanks, Trace. What a great intro. You guys are awesome, by the way. The chemistry between you three, I've been watching you guys all season. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys are getting cabin fever or something.
Yeah, there is some of that going on. I can almost guarantee that. Also, you don't have to come on here and just straight up lie to us. Please, butter us up a little bit, Marcus. Good grief. Let's talk a little bit of Counter-Strike, man. Let's talk a little bit of the Evil Geniuses and Team Liquid. What are you seeing so far? What do you make of these two teams in their current stature?
I mean, obviously there's the coaching change going on with EG. That's something that comes to light. I think it's going to be interesting, right? Because if a coach were to go to another team, then that means he's going to bring a lot of knowledge. And a lot of these players that are on teams like that are competing in this series right now have played together or have even been on the same team, right? But now they're on different teams. So like they know all of each other's plays. So it all comes down to the decision making in the moment for each round. Like that's why you see close games almost all the time between these two teams.
James, I wanted to ask you a question about coaching, right? And specifically, you know, looking at some of the changes that are being made in the scene, you often have teams and coaches talking about the difference of play style between in-game leaders, what they want in the server, and what the coaches want. That has somewhat left to these changes that the chat has left EG, and there have been words said on Twitterlongest there, for example. With your experience as a coach, how have you combated that issue of a coach necessarily wanting to play the game differently to the in-game leader? Has that been an issue in your career in the past?
Yeah, definitely. But you have to learn how to speak to each of your players, right? And at the end of the day, they're the ones who have to execute it and do it in game. So if they don't like fully believe in it, then it'll be weird for them to like mechanically force it out. You know, like their brains just aren't going to work with it as well if it's not their process. So in my opinion, I feel like to even have that, you kind of just have to like come to the idea as a group, right? You don't just like shove the idea down somebody's throat. You have to like help them see it your way. If it's not valid, then, you know, like you've talked it out at that point. So I feel like just to condense it, I think that it needs to come from the in-game leader. Like they need to fully believe in it. And if that's not happening, that means that you're not doing a good enough job communicating to them.
And that basically sets up for a kind of a faulty system right from the get-go, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, you know, it's weird. When we're looking at systems all around, you know, the community, or at least the pro circuit, you're looking at teams like Astralis are now bringing in the 6-man. You've got some coaching changes over in EG. What of these do you think will happen out of all of the happenings that we currently have going on?
I don't know. Obviously we see the reports of like Zeus being in talks with EG. Obviously he's a great coach. He's been with tons of good IGLs and teams, and I've talked to him a lot myself. He obviously knows what he's doing. That's cool. I think the 6th-man one at Astralis is really interesting because that's something that a lot of owners and teams have talked about, but it's just kind of hard to do because a lot of Counter-Strike comes down to not just like the nades you're throwing or the routes you're taking, but like how you talk to each other, what type of circumstances people feel comfortable in, right? Like you don't just necessarily like, you need to have a very versatile player who can just slot in. And then there's the confidence issue, right? If this person isn't doing it, so how often are you going to have them play? I think it's like a good thing for the maturity of like the space in general, but you know, I think it's good that it's happening, right?
Yeah.
So anything that's like new that's happening, you're going to learn from. And I think it'll be interesting to like hear back and see how it's done. And I actually think that, like, you know, you never want to say that what's going on in the world right now is like positive, but this is like a good time to test this kind of stuff out, right? Because you're not going to be traveling all over the place. You can get them in online scrims. And I just feel like there's less like moving parts now. So you can just focus and really like hone down what works.
Well, listen, Marcus, before we get you out of here, I want to know, what do you got to plug for us? What are you trying to get us all to follow? What do you got us to check out?
What would I say? I mean, I think that there's some really high-level CS being played online, like because people aren't going to LAN, so all of these matches are really important. You can see it in the quality of gameplay coming out. But I think everyone should go try and play Valorant and compare it to CS and like have a productive discussion about that, because I think that like you could even like learn new ways about thinking about CS by playing Valorant and then vice versa, and like not being like closed-minded about it.
Interestingly enough, I think me and you should convene on that at a little bit later time. There's no Valorant around here. A couple Vandals, though, and I've got to get us into a break before they lose their mind. Thank you so much for your time, James RL. Hopefully to catch up with you later.
What a great dude.
Yeah, always an interesting dude. Always interesting conversations around him. But moreover, the conversation for this game, Evil Geniuses Liquid in this upper bracket final, well, that's going to continue when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the ESL Pro League Season 11.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Two boxes to get by Nico. Diamonds are gone! Go to Blades on the ramp though. He knows he's there.
East, what you finna There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay, running out of luck. Too much in my club, Nishi run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop. Who really got the block, sipping to rock in a cop car, They say they wanna party with us, 12 asking how much be that boofy, it's a la, My feature price bigger than your bank account. You talk about it, but don't show what's that about. These boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the shower. I'm only f***ing you if your toes cute. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm winning for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you'll remember us. LSD used to do promethazine, only THC, NSC is my new lean. We no longer up next, on top. Lay your girl when she counting my checks. There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay, running out of luck. Too much in my club, Nishi run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, Air Force, GG Bet, and ESEA.
The next map of this series picked by Team Liquid. They have picked up that first one, Liquid 16-14 of Nuke. Now we will look to see if they can close this series, if they can go into the grand finals with a map advantage. Again, this is the upper bracket final. The loser is not eliminated. However, they are sent down to the lower bracket. We are already into the action. We're not even gonna let you have the beat drop, but we are ready to get it on nonetheless.
Yeah, Stan was dinked straight away. EG have gone for a bit of a B rush into this round as they spot Liquid get aggressive towards that middle area. It's the tunnels that they control as well, with Stan coming in late, will be gone early. Cirque going to try and fight back as the bomb gets planted here for EG, and even though those retakes can be hard, a 5-on-3 is good for Liquid. The kill for Ethan, though, certainly starts to make things difficult. The Glocks are so good up close, and now Twist has to hunt them right down on the car. There's 1 second still there. They haven't cleared it. They don't know, but Liege comes in clutch and saves the day. It's a retake for Liquid to start off Dust 2.
Yes, a very steadfast way of getting us into the game. However, I do believe that now, because the defuse is going to come in for Liquid, it's a proper time to remind you something that we went over in the pre-match. Now I'm going to bring it to you one more time. Some hard-hitting facts. That's right. In the past, it's been anything from laptops to monitors or even GPUs. But today, I poised you guys with a big question right off the top of the schedule. The hashtag MSI mystery box. You need to head over to send your answer into this question over at ESLCS Twitter. Who was the MVP of Pro League last season? Now, there's 3 options. You go choose from them. Get that tweet in. Make sure you use the hashtag. And I'm telling you, I looked in the mystery box. I know what's in the box, Harry. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. You want to win it. So make sure you do that.
I would love to win it, honestly.
Spin to win.
And yeah, head on over to ESLCS Twitter, as you said, to cast your vote. And if you think you know a thing or two about the Pro League, you just might be taking home whatever's inside of that MSI mystery box. Now, a mystery in this round is what EG are up to. They'll creep out here into mid. No one from Team Liquid has spotted them yet, but Naf is locked and loaded, ready to go over here outside of the B-bomb site. Cirque tries to creep into CT, and he might, wins that fight. Tarek goes down in the meantime, but it's still a man advantage for EG here in this 4-spy round.
Oh, Nitro, he's got to run back to B. He realized that him showing his face in middle has allowed EG to take that site, and they're going to come in on a flank. Stewie can't cover until the trade. Now it's him and Twist having to win this in a 2-on-3. Again, the retake on B for Liquid, this time in an even rougher spot. Stewie does upgrade his weapon, if you want to call a Thanos an upgrade. But EG, they might just force a save. They throw Molotovs out the doors, and Liquid have to back off. They have to bail. They have to give away the force.
Yeah, they only had the kit there on the side of Twist, and he's going to grab that Krieg, and they're going to run to the hill. Stewie on his own going towards T-spawn, and that, you know, had they have known how low Breeze was, they'd have a Molotov on Stu. Perhaps there's something that could have been coordinated right there, even a flash, so... Doesn't matter now. It's all what ifs or could have beens. It's Evil Geniuses that put their first up here. They respond to this first round L with a second round win. Stu's got him a little bit of an awkward position. Perhaps he could take another weapon out of their hands here. I doubt very seriously that anyone's going to press the envelope, though. Boom.
There's quite like a unique vibe as well heading into this game. Like for Team Liquid being 1-7 on Dust 2 in the last couple of months. This is a map that, you know, they used to look great on, and it feels like lately it's been slipping through the net. And I feel like, you know, how much more can you justify picking this if once again this map doesn't go your way, right? Like surely there has to be a cutoff point where you, at the very least, just don't pick it yourself. You can still let it through.
Wait, Stewie got the kill. What? How does that even make sense? Twist doesn't even get an assist for the spam.
Which means he did no damage. So good job, Twist.
Well, under 42 damage.
That's basically none. And now down here in towards lower tunnels, Naf creeping, crawling, shuts down Ethan, and this leaves just Tarek and Stan in the 2v4. They've got to come back against some pretty overwhelming odds, and they're all stacked against them.
Dear.
There we go. Stewie gets all 3 required in that round, including the Molotov kill over towards Long earlier on. So they steal that round away, put a second on the board, and the 4-spy wars just might be set to continue here.
You don't want to get too dug into this hole on the T side if you're EG. They will go for it with Deeg armor, but yeah, those pistol rounds aren't always the most productive on Dust 2. Especially when Liquid start to get AWPs running and, you know, of course, these Kriegs on the CT side that they already have 2 of. So let's see what these pistols can accomplish here for EG in round number 4. Taking a bit of a timeout in spawn and mulling it over. Maybe talking about their upcoming rifle round. That will be in 2, of course, because if they don't win this one, it's going to be a full eco. Got to get that bomb back out of spawn, though. Liquid haven't made the mistake of aggressing in this round. EG are holding for it, so a Liege on the A site, double long setup, double B with no mid. Gives a bit of an opening for EG, but even going into the middle area puts them up, you know, in a fight with pistols against Naf, who can peek through the window. So EG instead will come at the catwalk. They know they can set up those smokes, allowing them to cross around the elbow, but Liege is prepared, and he's got the scope trained on the corner.
Yeah, now with Stewie moving up alongside him to help out, this double hold over towards the site could do a world of hurt here. Stewie's playing anti-flash over on Goose. He's just going to hide there while Elise tries to draw the attention of the rest of the gang in. Stewie's actually lining up a flashbang, and that allows Elise to go for the peek, but he only gets 1 from it. Stewie shut down as well, a 2-on-3. Not impossible for EG, and they've at least secured a bomb plant here. Bit more damage exchange, but all the kills come in from Naf there. The Molotov burning out Tarek, a jump shot onto Cirque as well, and the defuse will come in. This is going to be a 3rd round on the board for Liquid. They put a stop to the 4-spy wars, you would imagine. That said, with a bomb plant, you're at least able to like throw some pistols into this round on the EG side, right? Still a chance to do some damage. One thing that's maybe important to bear in mind is already the fact that you've put 2 Kriegs in the hand of Team Liquid here on this CT side, and that's a little bit worrying for EG. We know how strong the Krieg is, especially in the hands of CTs. And especially on a map like Dust, where so much of it is these huge, like, long angles, like Long, for example. There's a reason they gave it that name.
Is it its length, Harry?
Oh, it certainly ain't the girth, let me tell you. It'd be a weird one to, otherwise it would be called that. And I couldn't take that seriously if that was the call.
Well, no utility for EG. This round won't be too serious either. They're just going to charge a catwalk. The AWP is out for Stewie, and he is going to fire off with it. I like how Liquid, you know, swap up the AWP role depending on the map more often than not. We had Naf on Nuke, we have Stewie on Dust, and we have Nitro filling in the blanks. Well, not firing blanks of this round are Liquid. They are loaded full of bullets, and they're going to fill the corpses of EG with such. 4-1 lead. Definitely a strong start to the map, but again, I'm just thinking of Liquid's history on Dust 2 as of late. It's not been too great, so I don't want to hold out for anything unrealistic. They went 9-6 up on the CT side of Dust when these two teams last played. They still fell 16-14, only getting 5 T rounds. So that was a struggle for them, and it is currently the struggle for EG getting on this board. But guns are enabled, and Cirque's on the AWP for the first time this map. Could be the change that gets EG back in the swing of things. What's the game plan? The same setups for Liquid once again. Elige playing a little bit more aggressive than as usual. But he's in a position where he can just fall off that elbow after he takes a shot. And with the Krieg, it's basically like an automatic AWP on this angle. You get a headshot, you can just tap and fall off very quickly, very easily. But EG, they should be flashing their way around that corner at least. Stan is at least towards middle. Setting up that mid to be smoke. They're going to go up on top of the catwalk. It's actually a decoy, not a smoke, but whatever. This is going to end in A with the bomb outside of Long, so Twist, yet to die, has to hold his own in the pit.
Yeah, in the meantime, EG are faking this mid to B split with Ethan over in the upper tunnels making noise, mid smokes going down, and it's the two-prong smokes that give you a little walkway in the middle. And that will conceal EG if they were in mid. And so that's why Liquid are very heavy dedicated to clearing it, but they have cleared it now. Ooh. And so they should start to realize what's going on in this round. Twist is the man that's in some real danger here. He is open to both long and short. And actually, EG have had a change of heart. They've decided against this fake. I think realizing that Team Liquid had cleared mid and will be rotating accordingly as a result. So now they go back towards the B site. Nitro trying to stand the test of time. And he's got to stand even taller than that with Cirque up in the window. Getting some damage off. 7 seconds, though, for this bomb plant to come in. And that's just not enough time. Breezy not able to get this one in the bag. It's going to be a 5th round on the board for Liquid. Breezy will at least hold on to this Krieg, but that's not even fantastic for EG, honestly. Now their money's all over the place, and I don't know. I never know what's the best call in this situation.
I think they could have committed to Long very easily there. You see, this is a kill that makes them turn around. They actually began rotating even when Tarek goes out cat, but once Tarek gets that kill, it draws Twist over from Long to short. In the meantime, Elige had gone from the A site to CT to watch for the mid to B. So the fake was great for EG. If they committed to that Long take, Twist would have had his back turned and he would have died after killing Tarek. That would have been the round, or at least the bomb plant on A and a 3-on-4 retake. You know, likely the round for EG. So I'm surprised to see them bail. And, well, it's not going to work out either. Liquid keep up on the CT side despite EG's first buy. And through the smoke they go and into the firing line. Nitro is very ballsy to repeat these angles, but headshot is going to favor him and he will line him up and Stewie will help him knock him down. 3 kills from Nitro in the B site and Liquid up to a 6-1 lead. This is a great beginning to the map. EG have to call out their first tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force as they still have money to buy up. What's the game plan behind it?
That's just such a stellar B-hold. And yeah, you know, now this tactical timeout has given EG a bit of time to try and right their wrongs. Now, we've seen from Liquid on Dust 2 a couple of times throughout the Pro League where they take these advantages where things are looking good and then it feels like it starts to fall apart. And I think that's the most important thing here for Liquid. If they can keep up this strong performance, if you don't let EG so much as get their foot in the door here in this first half, then you've set yourself up well. But as we've seen with Liquid, they do occasionally let this team back in, and that's really not what you can afford to do.
The old Liquid choke carry. Famed and named. But will it be the bane of their existence in this one? Right now, it's a fast play out mid for Ichi. They're going for that mid to B, but a little more pacey than usual. Only one man here. They could have made the wrong gamble. Stewie's got players coming in from both sides. He does at least get the first blood, but now they push the tunnels as well as the window and the walls. Stewie has got to climb up above, and he does hit this shot. It almost looks too quick to be realistic, but Breezy is going to trade it right back out. Coming through the window, almost the third, but the Galil, not the most consistent of weapons, will leave Liquid in the advantage. Ethan wants to change that factor, and he's gone through the smoke, so through the doors, but he's not going to hit the shot. Naf keeping this one in the favor of Liquid and keeping Stan in the clutch.
Now Stan looking to take a peek where the rest of his team tried and failed. Shuts down the first, but twists in through the tunnel, solidifies the round for Team Liquid. AWP held forward. Nitro is going to go grab a Krieg from middle, and so they will hold one of those scoped T rifles into the next round as well. Team Liquid 7-1 here. And that round gets a little bit dicey. I was going to say, Stewie alone at the B site. He's in a situation where, but because of the nature of that round, with Team Liquid stacking 4 over towards long earlier, and the fast change of pace from EG down through mid, if Stewie doesn't get 2 kills in that position, it's probably the save for Team Liquid. Yeah. Even a 4-on-4 B resite take, when it's that pacey, when you don't have mid control, is pretty much off the cards. So Stewie, they owe everything to him there.
Yeah, on top of that, those 2 kills, forces a mindset change for EG, where they feel like they have to force fights, where Breezy gets 2, but he still goes in for a 3rd one, and Ethan pushes through the doors in a disadvantage to regain said advantage. But, while that sometimes can do exactly what you want it to, which is pull you back into a 2-on-2, it can also dig you deeper in that hole. He dies, he leaves Stan alone, and Stan just gets pinched. So, yeah, it's a given, it's a take. So you never know which one it's going to be, really. But, yeah, Stewie, big round from him. Exactly what we needed on this AWP. It's nice to see him have it in his hands, looking flashy as ever. EG. Bit of a stalemate. This is, again, set up for a mid to B once more. Molly in the closed doors to clear out positions that Liquid could harbor. Wonder if we see a leader of this rotation towards middle, as he has been in the past. EG trying not to signal too much here. The only util they throw is that Molotov, and then 2 smokes, 1 in B, 1 in CT. And we've got Naf playing close to it as well, making sure EG don't come through this smoke. Molotov in front of it just to guarantee that. And Liquid are flanking Cat, so even though EG get this control, it's going to be a very quick Liquid coming in for a retake here if they do lose the site. And that's a big if.
Yeah, with Naf delivering 2, you thought Nitro would have had a pretty easy time, but the mid flank has him dealt with. And a 3-on-3 retake of this B site. Now, it's too early in the round for Liquid to start the idea of writing this off, right? The rotations, as you said, were very, very fast. So they're already here. They're already knocking on the door of B. But this first duel will likely decide a hell of a lot as to how this round shapes up. If they get it, if they're able to force a fight and take a man advantage, then we'll see Liquid attempt this every day of the week. Flashes are good. First duel goes their way, and almost the second, but then they are able to deal with him. And now, Taric, so low on HP, Twist lands the dink, taps the bomb, tries to bait the peak of Taric back into the site. He's going to swing and attempt to just see if the bomb is clear, and he waits for that second tap. Taric, so patient. Survives after the time as well, holds the AWP forward, a 2nd round on the board for EG.
That was so nice from Taric. Sometimes you just got the read, right? You know they're just not going to stick it like that. Twist was on a tear there. Twist has already got 2 kills. He dinks Taric after this frag, running back into the tunnels. You'll see it. There it is. And Twist is feeling it. Taric knows Twist is feeling it. And Taric knows that Twist ain't sticking that bomb. So he waits for the second tap, like you said, and catches him with his pants down. EG back on the board with a 3-on-3 post-quant conversion in the clutch. Will that be enough? Will they be able to rally rounds off the back of it, or will Liquid bite right back on this CT side? They're looking to do so as their money comes to a close. It's their last buy before economical despair, if EG pick it up. Taking that mid-control now as EG head up the catwalk.
And there's been a lot of mid-presence from EG. Even in these rounds that haven't ended up with any mid-play coming through, it's always been a focal point. And so this has prompted a pretty heavy response from Team Liquid to hold this mid side of the map, and they are actually immediately rewarded for it. Lige, 1/2 of this mid hold, the other being Naf, gets the man advantage here for Team Liquid. Stewie back in the bomb site, and Elige repositioning in through CT to help him out. Stan looking like he wanted to try and drop down, and instead he'll drop dead. It's Elige to go ahead and deal with him. Actually follows up with not just one, but two. And so now Elige is on 4 in total. That's 2 plus 2 to get us there. Nitro dealing with the last man over at B. And what else is a multiple of 2? 8. And that's the round for Team Liquid as they sit 8-2 up.
Wow,
Yeah,
I can,
1,
as a
2.
mathematician, confirm these numbers that Harry's spinning out.
So he's saying 8, right? I mean, Liquid do have 8.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, if you think about the square root of 64.
Yeah,
so you think
that's
about,
pretty good.
If you think about all of those things in combination with this game of Counter-Strike and how the sun is square, and then obviously Team Liquid.
Yeah, and then MM64 tick. And so that's, you know, the square root is 8 of the round now.
If you
We're on
times a
128
64
tick servers.
yeah, by the amount of rounds that EG have in this game,
Yeah,
that's
you
an
get to ESCA server.
And
Wow.
then you get to unlock that next upper echelon of play that gives you zoom on all of your rifles and all of your weapons.
Yeah, 2 times the scope, and that's what these Kriegs do carry
I
forward.
don't know if this conspiracy theory is going to take off, but Nitro gets his head taken off. Stewie flashes in, and he's feeling ballsy. Takes that peek straight up, tries to land the wallbang with the AWP. Naf's already in the window, and Stewie just runs in, just doesn't even care. Maybe he should. No, mate, he's just content fighting, but maybe he shouldn't have been, because now it's all on to Breezy. He's turned it from a 1v3 to a 1v2 in a matter of seconds, and oh dear, he's a little too short to get the bomb. Sad day. That's the difference between being 5'11 and 6 foot, sadly, and he just couldn't quite reach it.
And Twist just walks the smoke, man. What a ballsy play to make in the one-on-one when you have no indication where Breezy is in the site and you don't know what's going on, but you just walk it as it fades. A perfect kill from Twist.
Yeah, and then just the bomb getting dropped up there on top of the window boxes. You know, a little misleading. You look even at your radar and you think, okay, the bomb's down right here, not really in sight.
Yeah, he ran to the corner, thought he picked it up, and then realized he hadn't. So, yeah, that bomb, I was going to say radius, but maybe the wrong word. The ragdoll, I guess. As you kill someone, the bomb just flies, goes anywhere, has a mind of its own. And right now, EG, maybe in their own minds.
Maybe so. Stanislaw takes Naf's mind away from him with the Krieg. 4v5. Big grenade landing on him, though. He's going to go down to just under 70 HP. And Twist pushing off catwalks and finding with ease. He's going to do the rest of it. While he tries to get away, look at little Ethan peeking out there from the lower tunnels.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame he jumps around that corner. I think maybe he starts to anticipate that there's going to be a peek from Xbox or short side and just wanted to get around the corner faster. And that's actually what leads to his demise. Now Stewie goes through this smoke and into the arms of the enemy. Nitro is left all alone in a 1v4 that should be impossible, especially with Ethan holding the lower tunnels here. Nitro seems aware this is a possibility. And obviously with Ethan already putting a kill up in this round, it should be telegraphed. Nitro takes the first man down, anticipates that Ethan's going to be peeking on the back of it. But if you look, you'll see Ethan through the walls, running all the way through T-spawn. And it's almost like Nitro sees this as well. I don't know how he knows, but he's anticipating it. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense, I guess. With no peek coming through from Ethan, there's only so many places he can be. Third round will materialize in this one for EG. Nitro has made it very, very expensive at the very least here for the EG squad. They might even get away with this Krieg as long as he doesn't go peeking into middle. Man, he even lets the bomb blow the defuse kit to him. So good understanding of what, Pythagoras' theorem or something like that, maybe? That's more for triangles and less for bomb explosions.
Yeah, man. I'm more of about...
But there's 3 sides to a triangle, and there's 3 rounds for EG.
God,
there's a square sun, and so, you know...
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, it all comes full circle.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, what's on the cards now? We're not talking about Tarek cards. We're talking about Tarek's cards. We're looking ahead, and we're going to see what he could do in this round. He does have that there Krieg, and Breeze is going to be the first one out the door. Somehow, some way, does not see Twist.
Ooh.
Twist is only good for one. The trades have gone decently well for both sides up to this point. If you think about the investment from Liquid, this has already gone swimmingly well. They're going to actually catch Cirque out. So 2-on-1, Ethan on 21 HP. And I'm pretty sure those tarot cards didn't tell him this was the outcome of the round.
Oh, and Stewie's even tapped Ethan down to 10 as well. This is getting dicey. It's getting spicy, and Naf is going to cook up a storm. 3 kills in that round with the Krieg and the pistol. It's a bit of a combo breaker for Liquid as they break back onto EG. 10-3 up. This is quite the storm on the CT side of Dust 2. Serious improvement since last time these guys have played. EG are barely getting out of the middle area on these Anticos. Liquid just collapsing onto them. And the money, just like that, gets broken. 3 players around the 3K mark, couple tipping over the edge. Might be enough to tempt EG into a bye with Galils and an AWP. Considering they definitely want 5 rounds. They don't want to get away with a, you know, playing for 4. Really, it's pick your poison. It's still poison at the end of the day. There's no safe route out of this one for EG. They've got to battle their way back with the pistols. That will be the investment. Breezy fully buys, and so will the rest. They actually do it around him. Krieg, Galil, 2 Deegs, and an AWP. Certainly not a pretty picture.
No, it is not. This has not been a pretty half of Counter-Strike for EG.
I think it's important to remember that in the last time we saw these 2 teams play, Liquid did manage to go 14-7 up over EG, only to lose the game 16-14. And, you know, while this is definitely a much better CT side from Liquid, we've seen these kind of games slip through their fingers. Although I'm not really seeing much from Liquid to suggest that's going to happen again. Right, this is one of these games where there's a lot riding on it. And in the first stage of the Pro League, you know, when you're going through the round robin stage, you're playing everyone once anyway. So it feels like, you know, those comebacks, we saw them happening a hell of a lot more. But in this round, the trades go left and right. Ultimately, Elige, he almost had a moment there. But Stan's flashbang around the long corner was enough to leave Elige blind. Bomb plant comes in. Tarek has planted the bomb for long as well. And so now for Stanislaw and Zerg, they can actually just both peel off. And Zerg, not content with holding long, he's looking to get a bit more done in this round. He's wrapped around behind these 2 Catwalk players.
Yeah, but he's going to have to, I guess, either commit to going up Catwalk to get back into this fight, because these Molotovs are going to force Tarek in a weird spot over here towards this ramp.
There's no planted for Cat either, so if they kill Tarek and get on that bomb, Zerg's going to be screwed, and that's already happened. You've got to rely on Stan now. Coming in from long, he's gone, he's dead. Zerg instead has to do it all. He's jumping, he's running, his knife out, and going for the quick shot will save the day for EG. That was a messy post-plant and a late decision for Zerg, but it pays off massively.
Wow.
3 kills and a 4th round. He does lose the AWP, though, and he won't be able to rebuy that one back. EG's money is garbage right now. We're looking at Galils across the board.
Yeah, and you could tell he was really conflicted. Did he want to go up Catwalk? Was he going to go turn around and go back to long?
On the map, he ran back and forth. He held for ages, and then the call was made, the Liquid are up Cat, and he went back long, and then he reconsidered and went back up Cat. Like, I guess the timing was perfect at the end of the day, but boy, oh boy, that gets very close. Too close for comfort, but at least in this round, EG will take a breather, a sigh of relief.
Take one breathe. That's all you get. There's your breathe for the day. We're going to let that one fester a little bit. Here comes Ethan to open up this B site for no one but himself. He's going to continue to fight out here with this Galil. Finds Naf, and that might just be all she wrote. This is a 10-5 half for the side of Team Liquid, currently in charge.
You're saying you don't believe in Stewie?
No, not right here, I don't. And rightfully so. Stewie's out, and that does mean that the half is over. The half of play does come to a conclusion, which means we will go to a break. We will come back, and we will see what the Evil Jesus have to offer on their CT side. You're watching the ESL Pro League.
They want me to sign my name, counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision. you're a mission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved throne. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
I would do just about anything to get what's inside of this hashtag MSI mystery box. However, the one thing that Evil Geniuses need to do in this moment is getting it back on track. Team Liquid have absolutely derailed the EG train. And now we look at what could be the conclusion of this series, or at least this upper bracket final. Now the loser will go on to the lower bracket, the loser's bracket, whatever you want to call it, to play Furia. And that'll be tomorrow's best of 3 to decide who joins the winner of this in the grand finals. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11, everybody. I'm here with Harry and Hugo. And Harry, well, he's prepared something to say in this moment. So, Harry, please go ahead.
Yeah. I hadn't, you know, I have actually forgot my notes that I had written down. I had a very meticulously prepared speech.
Okay.
But we're just going to have to wing it. And right now, Team Liquid, they're sat 10-5 up. Now, the last time they met EG on this map, they were 14-7 up in that matchup, and EG were able to run away with it. So,
flashbacks.
There's always a chance here that things can go wrong, but look at those odds. Very, very one-sided, according to the folks over at GGBet.
They haven't been watching the Pro League clearly, because I don't know, mate. I think EG still got some skin in the game, but nah, not after that opening kill. Twister's put Liquid in a great position right now. He's got a USP and he's fighting pit side to the site. Ethan peering right back. And here come the execute for Liquid. Double smokes on long.
Yeah, the call's been made. They are all here, and they are ready to rumble. It's going to be Stanislav finding Stewie through a smoke. Unfortunate turn of events, but it shouldn't hinder them too much. Nitro crossing over the site on the ramp. He's going to be taken out by Ethan, a trade from Twist. And there you have it. This has gone spiraling out of control for the side of Team Liquid. NAF left in a 1v3, does have a peak of 50, and is almost good for a kill there, but that's not going to be the case, and we're going to see EG pick up this pistol round in the second half.
There it is, Trace.
Yeah,
it's happening. It's begun. Double overtime on Inferno, baby. It's around the corner, but EG have a lot more to do. They've got to build upon that pistol round. No plant for Liquid. And so the force, I feel, is unlikely. Wanting to go for AKs in the third round. So this could be a bit of a beating. Twist with the Deagle. Everyone else glocked up. Be very careful. Ooh. Second sting by the Glock. It's not a worry. Down to 40. Gets to back off. Gets another chance at life and will still be looking for spam shots through the doors. He'll actually fall out. Not wanting to get rushed down by Liquid. B is more than contained right now, so retreating towards A to join up on the cat side of things. Ethan's just going to smoke off mid with the advantage, knowing there's very little Liquid can do about it. Good adjustments from EG in this round, right? Like, they're just swapping positions, they're rotating aptly, ensuring B has 2 players inside while you have Liquid on an eco and pulling the scout into a better position to fight at a range. Cirque is here, and Tarek is looking down the mid doors. What a shot from Twist. That's the one pistol in this round above Glocks, and it's found an opening kill that might enable a bomb plant, but that bomb goes splatting down back on the ground. Twist finds his second of the round. Any more would be a crime, would be a disaster for EG, and so they will deal with him aptly. It's going to be a 7th on this CT side. 4 for Ethan with a FAMI.
Harry, food for thought.
Yeah?
We've heard of social justice warriors. We've heard of SJWs. But have you heard of social distance warriors?
SDWs.
The SDWs.
I like that.
Stay away from me.
A way more righteous cause, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, yeah, we asked you, and there's your input. You know, you know, I mean,
Stay
yeah,
away
let's
from that
do it.
one.
Well, we'll become the first SDWs.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, let's get away from that. Thank you so much, everyone, for making me feel real weird. But SDWs, fear not. So we do have Liquid taking this round rather slow. They've invested into it. They've got AKs everywhere, nades all over the place, pandemonium. But no cats and dogs living together.
No, not yet. Right now, they're more like neighbors over here at Long. That's Naf and the big dogs of Breezy and Cirque. Now, short control getting taken by Team Liquid. And as it stands, EG don't have anyone to keep an eye on this position. Short is literally free right now. But with that smoke going down over here for the, usually that's the cross smoke that gets you out. That will prompt a rotation of Cirque back. And he gives it a look in. Doesn't see anyone. Team Liquid aren't to know this A site is clear. And so now as they group back up over here alongside, this two-man standoff not going to continue any longer. Cirque decides he has to rotate away, and oh, they check it. They check for Breezy. Now you got to get past Cirque, and that's easier said than done, but maybe not for Nitro. It's actually just as easy as being said and done. And now Tarek, up through CT, has players all around him. It's a Liege from the catwalk to get the kill. Ethan and Stanislaw, two Famuses left for this retake, and this is a 2-on-4 that just isn't going to happen, and EG know it. They back out of the round, they give this one to Team Liquid, they concede an 11th round, and now just look to hold on to these two weapons. And you already see Stewie is looking to take these away.
Yeah, Hunt certainly wouldn't be bad. Of course, EG, not the best weaponry to save, but it's better than the pistols that they inevitably get left with without this double FAMAS. Stewie's not going to hunt further than checking middle and lower tunnels. He moves towards the top and will avoid them for the time being. 11 rounds, though, is the big picture for Liquid as they find their first on this T side. It was a 2-0 lead with EG taking the pistol and the conversion despite Twist's best efforts. Big check on long and a good trade as well from Nitro as Naf gets blown up by Cirque on that orb. Liege, that's a very risky fight as well. He takes while Liquid are crossing catwalk, but he knows the footsteps of his team running to the site are distracting EG, and he finds a timing, a gap, an opportunity to fire down into CT. And that one kill, while it's a risk, it's also a reward. It forces a save of EG, and now they buy around those Famuses. This is going to put them in a bit of a hole if they don't win this round in terms of the economy. So pressure is really on for Evil Geniuses. Oh dear, that's a great shot from Tarek as well. That's a gun drop, so Twist wants to hold on to it, but with 3 players there, he also doesn't want to lose his life. At that point, it's a free AK given over to EG, and they are armed far better for this round.
Yeah, Cirque's able to retrieve the AK as well. And so now this CT side is pretty well armed. Really, like, if Team Liquid get this round in the bag, then their path to victory is pretty laid out ahead of them. You know, EG have got no money. And so heading into this with only 3 weapons on the EG side, it looked good for Liquid to make that happen. But now, sitting a man down, they've got to claw their way back into this. And Cirque going aggressive at the catwalk takes the head off of Twist. EG, they are in this round in a very big way indeed. Team Liquid, what's the decision? They group up over here on the catwalk. Tarek inside of the site, still an unknown entity, especially as Cirque. The only man that they've seen over here at the A-bomb site thus far is hidden on the ramp, and this Molotov doesn't hit Tarek. So as long as Cirque makes first contact, they shouldn't know that Tarek's here, and that allows him to swing out and deal with both players. Naf helps him out to make it so. And just Stewie left while he lands a nice shot. It's not enough. That should have been a Team Liquid round, and EG, they've snatched it away from them on the force buy.
I think if Liquid win that round, they probably just 2-0 the series off the back of it. It would have been EG broke against 12, 13-8 likely, and they would have had another rifle round to keep them in it. At that point, yeah, it's all under the hand of Liquid. But now EG, they've been given a lifeline, and they won't be drowning today. Oh my, Tarek just shot through the smoke with a 1 click on that CZ. He has a great round here as well. Even gets 3 kills, 4 if you want to include the team kill that he assisted in.
I don't think that they saw Stu go out, but maybe they did. A good shot there from young Stewart. Maybe can he get two? Nope. The former teammate and Tarek will be the one that takes him out. And again, pistols here for the side of Liquid.
And a fast mid to be played. Stan could get caught trying to get through the window. And oh my dear, he drops himself a Molotov trying to stay alive, but he can't stand the test of time. And now Ethan holding down the tunnels. Flashbangs go in. They don't know Ethan's here, but now they do on the back of him getting that one kill. Bomb plant looking to come in. Keep your eye on Elige as well. These fights he's about to have down in middle could decide a hell of a lot in this round. They will go ahead and check him, and Cirque reads it like a book. So now for Naf and Nitro, they're a man down. They want to try and take some map control out here through the doors by the looks of things, and they catch Cirque in rotation, but Tarek gets the trade, keeps the round in favor of EG, and a 9th now on the board.
I want to make a note about Cirque there. He drops his AWP in the CT spawn, goes to the USP, and chases the corner to clear Elige out. I don't know if he knew he was there by audio from earlier, but he literally dropped his primary just to get that kill. Obviously, he's dropping it in the expectation that if he dies, Elige will be able to pick it up. Well, that's not the case, and Cirque gets a kill anyway, so it doesn't even matter. He goes back to spawn, gets that all back, and successfully cleans up the retake. That is a crazy play. I like it. It works wonders. You know, it helps that Elige was there in middle, and he could have won the round for Liquid, as you said, Harry. So, EG, 11-9. Back in this one on the CT side, making Liquid work for these rounds. Again, where Liquid were able to pick Dust 2 in the series last time, they got 5 T rounds, which was not enough in the second half. They have 1 currently, and Cirque looks to, once again, make it an impossibility. He's found Elige up on the catwalk. Liquid going to crawl out through middle. Stewie gets flashed off, but no one there to capitalize off the utility. So he will survive for now, but it's still an advantage for EG.
Oh dear, and Breezy's caught the timing, pushing long. There's no one watching this. Now there is no one watching it. I was lying to you the first time around, but shout out Twists for proving me right and and allowing Breezy to get that kill. And now left EG, 2 men to their advantage. Ooh, that's close, but not quite. Stewie survives for the time being, and this mid to B looks to come through now. Stan gets bested almost straight away, and Ethan also gets followed up onto. So we're 2-on-3. Now, Team Liquid weren't able to get it done last time. Are they going to fare any better this time around? The double Molotov here on the T side might make all the difference in the long haul. They're going to use the first one of these now to keep players out of the double doors. EG are actually wrapping with a double man retake in through the tunnels, leaving Cirque down in CT alone. And I kind of like this. He can hold the doors and not allow these Team Liquid players to leave the bomb site. And so now, as they pincer in, Liquid were trapped. It's a 10th round on the board for EG as they're close to tying this one up now.
A very winnable round for Liquid almost, once they get that bomb planted. And Ethan did everything he could in upper tunnels, but quite the play from Liquid. They do get that bomb planted. They do get a real shot at winning the round. Uncharacteristic. Breeze has lost 6 of his 6 entry duels. That's a strange phenomenon.
Yeah, the fact that, you know, EG is still in such a good place is a surprising one off the back of that stat, but I imagine a lot of them are off the first half here, with the fact that EG have been clawing it back on the CT side. 5 out of 6 rounds played have gone their way. Liquid, is it really going to happen again? The exact same situation as last time.
Yep. And in this situation, guess what also comes true? The potential 3rd map of Inferno.
Where every good series ends, Trace.
Yes. Where every good series goes to have a conclusion.
Heat up, I was going to say, maybe?
Yes.
Something like that. Well, Liquid, they need to warm up. They need to be put on boil right now if they want to win this one, because right now EG are starting to take it away, and this round would put them level pegging with Liquid in the map pick of the current T side. Lower again for Liquid as they set up their default. Nitro holding on to long, and lots of players coming through the B side of things for this T side. There's no one up on the catwalk. Liquid might just burst through the mid doors. A fast pace again towards B. Tarek's ready for it. Spam traded back both ways. A grenade could be good, but it won't finish the job. Bullets almost will. Twist is down to 6.
Oh man, I don't know how, but Elige is somehow able to take out Tarek just in the nick of time. And they're not going to stop there, circling for that same sort of angle. This has gotten to be a really strange round, all things considered. Bomb fighting from the top of scaffold. Let's see Elige taking names. Good grief, what a round from Elige right there. 4 kills for himself.
Yeah, he's had a rough game as well. We've had this on both maps. You know, Twist was the bottom performer for Liquid, but right when they needed him, he gets 4 kills over on Nuke to close out the map by dropping in from team main. Elige, he was the bottom performer here all game long, and he just comes in with 4 huge entries towards the B-bomb site. I say entries, I mean cutting off rotations as well, but no bomb plant there for Liquid. They just battle on every single side of the map. Stewie has got the AWP, or the scout rallied right down middle, and EG have been broken off the back of that round, which is so impressive. This might give Liquid a second opportunity. Twist and Elige tapping them down, as the eco should get made quick work of. USPs are not that effective after all. And there it is, done and dusted. Liquid 13-10 up, and EG with money.
Shout out to EG for still trying something in that pistol round, but also not making it take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing worse than that, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, you see the full USPs work sometimes, but I think versus Team Liquid on a map like Dust 2, it just isn't going to, right? Like, I think something like a Mirage or an Inferno, you can do it with like a few smokes, and then like, you know, a couple of PT50s isn't out of the equation. But I never really have faith in 4 spies on Dust.
You might be onto something there, Harry. See if we can't get a numbers guy to check it over. Just to fact check yourself.
Ooh. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but...
A little bit of sweat now on Harry Russell's brow.
So, he saw him at the very least. He knows that there's a man back in T-spawn, and not sure how that wasn't the kill. Elige takes one to the shoulder blade, but he's still fine. And
just drink some water. Walk it off, Elige.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Carry on. Now,
I don't know if washing his hands is going to help what Cirque's just done to them in this round.
He wants to cross, but he can't because Cirque's holding middle. You know, you could see that smoke just thrown in the glitch spot in the door that lets you jump to Xbox, but instead of players going to come into mid to try and assist, this could be dangerous. That's the bomb. I'm not sure about that one, considering they just saw the Cirque there, but Twist will drop in from Cat and get that kill. It will be traded quickly. The smoke is down, but EG push right through it as Liquid try and send him towards B. Try being the operative word, and fail being the reality of the situation. Nitro's again dropped the bomb in middle, and Elige, while he may have the B site, he has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. On 18 HP, he's hit some miraculous shots here in recent history, but let's see. Perhaps he has something up his sleeve here. Really is not scheduled, not set up for him to win this round. He's not going to. It's going to be Breeze. Doesn't have to take too many shots. Eliminates him with the FAMAS. We're going to see an 11th on the board. The bounce back from EG. My goodness.
Yeah, I think a bit of a blunder there from Team Liquid, right? To peek mid with the bomb is the first engagement when you know the AWP is there and it's just tagged a man down to 20 points of health. It wasn't even like a jiggle peek either. Like they slow crept the bomb into the mid peak, and I feel like, you know, even if you're up against a rifle on the other side, that's not a fight you're winning.
Yeah, it feels like Liquid is so, you know, they want to stay fast, but I feel like slowing down in some of these early rounds would be better for them. But you know, the pace, the madness, are sometimes where Liquid operate best. However, right now that is not the case. EG are meeting it pretty well here on the CT side. Breezy finding the advantage in this one, dropping Twist, who has been, you know, one of the top performers in this map. Not the scalp you want to lose first. I like the idea to throw Twist out on the catwalk last round down towards lower, but unfortunately EG were very prepared for that. They traded it immediately. So Liquid back to long, and I mean, yeah, how much does Liquid even have left in the tank here, right? Because they've got the smokes, but EG know this is an A-take, right? Nothing else has gone on throughout the map. They have 4 players on the cross right now. Liquid are walking into the most stacked bomb site they could possibly imagine.
Ooh, they get underneath Cirque, and he's in a bit of danger now. Naf gonna prepare a molly, but that leaves him open. Cirque takes his head off with the AWP. Elige tagged down very, very low, and it's all grinded to a rather jarring halt here over at the A-bomb site.
Ooh,
so bad, in fact, we've actually just axed the entire show.
Liquid.exe has stopped working.
Nice. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Stewie 2K, he's going to walk up long here.
Team Liquid CEO on the line. Shut it down, boys. It's done. We're pulling the plug.
It's time to stop. Where are your parents?
EG, 12-13. And yeah, we might need some adults here for Team Liquid because this is not a good spot to be in. 12-13. Another big lead on Dust 2 that might turn against them.
Hold on, let's just really put some clarity on this. I'm gonna let you, finish. But first, I just want to say that the TD himself. Now, we don't need to name names. We just, pretty much throw his job title out there. You can decipher for yourself. He is the reason that screen came up in the middle of the action. He simply decided, you know what? I've had enough. It's time for this to stop. And then he stops the action right there. So blame him if you're going to blame anyone. He threw a piece of paper across the room, yada, yada, yada.
That is, of course, Harry Russell. That's RUSSELLRTD here.
That's HARRY.
Yeah. Russell Harry Russell. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're joking around here a little bit with Liquid looking like they're dropping the ball, but the reason being is because we've seen this before. 13-12, they may be in the lead, and that's a great shot, but Liquid threw away a 14-7 lead on Dust 2 versus EG the other day.
You spell out Russell, and look who starts to perform, right? Twist lands that shot down through middle. Now, Hugo, you've got your little death note out. You've written some names in it. Let's see if that comes true in this round.
Evil geniuses.
Wow. Well, that might encompass a few players on the Liquid side as well. Looking at someone like Nitro, bit of an evil genius himself.
Nice, guys. Really crowbarring it in there at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What else are we here for?
But the circumstances are at hand that Liquid, well, albeit pistols in this round, if they were to put 14 on the board, that'd be a little bit devastating of the EG camp.
Yeah, this is hard, though, because look at Stan's position and look at the utility for Liquid, or lack of. They have a flashbang on Twist. That is it. So getting through the tunnels, honestly, I feel like a smoke push is honestly safer at this point than just dry running it because, Stan's going to have less time to see you. But, of course, at the same time, he can just spam the smoke and you're dead. Pick a poison, Liquid. Just don't choke on it.
Oh, there's the lineup, and it should go from bad to worse here for Team Liquid.
Nice.
Oh, Stewie actually is able to deal with Stanislaw at the back of the site. This could still get out of hand. Breezy and Tarek left in, strapped in for this retake, and now they've got to try and attempt it. A long rotation from Breezy. Stewie is waiting. How long does he dedicate to this angle for? Because for once, Team Liquid aren't in like a 2vx where they're a man down. Stewie can just fixate on this position, and he delivers the kill. Nitro in with another, and a 14th round for Team Liquid.
Getting an AWP into a post plant when you're on an eco is like any player's dream. Any site, any map, armor or not, it doesn't matter. If you're on eco and you pick up an AWP and you get the bomb down, you're in such a good position because you can just hold down these lines of sight like there. Stewie, he just waits. He waits, and it doesn't matter what Breezy does. He's walking into a scoped up AWP, and Liquid just close it. That was an eco round, Trace.
And even paying attention to what Stan was doing in the back of the site. He had himself set up for pretty good success there. He finds two. He's able to stay alive for long enough to give him that space and create more space for EG before this bomb is planted. And there's only so much you can do to pivot in that sort of crunch between windows and tunnels. And well, he did what he could, but it wasn't enough.
And boy, this is crunch time now as EG's money has been absolutely slapped out of the server. 14-12, Liquid bordering match series grand final point here at the Pro League, and there's not much to get in the way. We've seen, of course, pistol wins go across both sides.
Yeah, in looking at this matchup, again, just to put everybody on the same page, the winner of this goes on to the grand finals in a best of 5, where they will have a one-map advantage. The loser, well, they get to play again tomorrow for another shot at it. But they've already found their maker in Furia. That's who's going to be meeting them there to try to put it all together at least. Big shot from Stewie. Double zoomed on the catwalk, finds Cirque.
Stellar flashbang from Twist as well, because both those players were just full blind on Cat. They weren't even aware of the danger that lurked down in the lower tunnels. And so now Team Liquid, a man up thanks to Twist and Stewie. Breezy hidden in the corner, trying to get some utility out of this Deagle. Trying to put some numbers on the board. Stewie, if we could take a peek at his POV, he's holding for this man in middle. Not terribly uncommon to see a player, just spam the wood a little bit when they look to leave. And if Stewie does that, the timing not in his favor. He's been holding this all round, literally, for 400 years, and thankfully Nitro comes in to help him out, as is the way. Stan didn't believe that he had a man trapped in the corner, but somehow, some way, Tarek has doubled up. And now Ethan, 1v2. It's not going to be easy. It might not even feel nice, but There's definitely a chance for him in this round. Naf and Nitro on the other side. They're going to get this bomb planted. Ethan has retrieved a Krieg. Oh, or an AK. Weapon of choice here.
Shooter preference.
Yeah, he's got the util, no kit, but that smoke in his face is going to create huge complications for this retake. A man is holding it, another man hiding inside of the site with an open plant. What could be for long, it's not though. Ethan going to have to make noise. He's got to get these kills sooner rather than later. And the double peek is in, and it's out and about. Liquid, 15 rounds. They found it. It looked like they might have been dropping the ball near the end of this map. But right as that looks to be happening, an eco win on the B bomb site, and they find 15 off the back of it. Nitro as well, saving his teammate up on catwalk. A mess on cat with a player hidden behind the stairs. Tarek and Stan getting aggressive. Stan trading for one. Tarek doubling it, dropping the bomb. But it's Liquid to convert and close, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
You even talk about Breeze playing up there in that close position. How long he found? Well, hold on a second. Sir.
Oh.
He causing a little bit of a ruckus with a scout. Finds Nap. That does give us a 4v4. Make it a 4v3, and this is all starting to crumble at the foundation. EG looking on into that lower bracket longingly. Of course, now things get topsy-turvy here on the water.
There's a chance we have 3 Liquid EG series in the space of a week. Obviously, not to disrespect Furia. I'm, just one of the likely outcomes. It's 50-50 at the end of the day. You either win or you lose. And if
Split
EG
down the middle.
yeah, exactly. If EG win that game, they're going to go back into the final versus Liquid. Obviously, I'm assuming they've lost this series, and that might not be the case. We know what Tarek can do with the CZ up on the catwalk in the previous round. So can he double down? Can he do it again? His push is well-timed, and no one spotted it. No one's seen a thing. Ali just waiting lower though, and Tarek doesn't quite have an inkling. He's gonna have to drop. That gets heard. Elijah's ready for the fight, and he's got him dead to rights. 15-12, and the final round coming around the corner.
Yeah, Ethan not able to stand the test of time, and now it is just Stanislaw. The rest might be a formality. He gets that one kill, upgrades onto the Krieg, but a 1v3 required here for Stan. He's even worried about Elige still being in the back line. Obviously, he was down in those lower tunnels. He's since repositioned into the B-bomb site. Stanislaw, the odds forever stacked against him here, but a nice little one-tap to crack the first man down. Spots another player at the car. He knows where both these guys are, but Stewie keeps it in favor of Liquid, secures the 2-0 over EG, and Liquid, they were not messing around today. The last time these two teams played, it went all 3 maps. We went the distance. It was a double OT on Inferno, but Liquid, they've improved, and they lock in their spot in the grand final with a 1-map advantage. EG dropped down to face Furia. We'll be back after a quick break to digest this game and what it means for the Pro League.
don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then you know I got it. Then you know I got it. Nobody got it like me. You know. They can try, but can't do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
Well, the matchup has concluded, which leaves us for only two things. That's right, the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play, or if you look at it, the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel post-match. Either way, we're here with some Mountain Dew, and we're here to talk a little bit of counter. When I say we, I'm talking about Harry and Hugo and myself. We just saw Liquid win it in 2 maps over EG. That does progress Liquid on into those grand finals. So, guys, just some surface level thoughts here, then we're going to jump right into these power plays.
Yeah, you know, a much better showing from Liquid, right? Just physically outperforming how they did in the last time they played EG, but also across the board, right? Like, there was some rounds that really shouldn't have gone the way they were. I don't think this is Liquid at 100% by any means, but it's certainly a team on the up and up who had a pretty shaky start to the Pro League.
Looking like a team ready to win the Pro League in my eyes, Trace.
It does. Let's start to take a look at some of these power plays. Right off the top, I got a Liege with a 4K on Nuke. Now, this was pretty sick for a lot of different reasons, but obviously you have to consider the creep, the spray control, everything in between. That's going to be our first power play.
Yeah, it was a storming start for EG on that map, but Liege rather never slowed down. They were 8-2 down at one point against the T side, and Liege, he drops 29 kills in that map. He looks so good.
And weirdly enough, this was certainly a series that EG found themselves sort of still in throughout the duration of it, even our second map. Look at this from Cirque on the outside on an eco of Nuke.
Yeah, no, this was a nuts round from like beginning to end. It starts with Cirque getting that USP kill and it ends with him solidifying a round for EG. Cirque was great over on Nuke and he was able to keep that up somewhat into the realms of Dust 2, right? Still top in the charts, still looking real good. It was the rest of the team kind of struggling to keep up with that big performance from Cirque once again.
But hold on, there's a twist. And where there's a twist, there's a twist. And we're talking about this play right here from the side of Russell himself. Walking through this one, Hugo.
Bottom performer of Liquid in this map, and he comes alive in round number 30 with a 4K to shut it down. He closed the map for these guys. He stopped it from going to overtime. There was a twist in the tail, Trace. He came alive in number 30.
Yeah, he certainly did. And that's going to leave us with our last Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play nominee. And it's going to be Mr. Turok. You might know him as Tarek. And this guy gets himself a nice little 3K here within the site. Ultimately, what was pretty much a powerful showing from Liquid, but overall, something to consider there as one of your Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays, which means you should head over to @ESLCS Twitter and get your votes in on these Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays. We're going to be reviewing that and all of the vote results, moreover, towards the end of the segment. For the time being, let's start talking a little bit of Counter-Strike, guys. Let's go into depth here. What are we looking at? What does this mean? What are the implications here? Now we have Liquid in a grand final?
Yeah, and, you know, with a one-map advantage as well, right? So that's kind of good, I think, for Liquid, because as we've seen, they've struggled with a couple of slow-starting games. Even, you know, like thinking back to the last time they played versus EG, right? That kind of reared its head again. So I think sitting a map up is something that's only obvious. I mean, obviously, it's only going to benefit Liquid, right? Like, they're a map up at a best of 5. That's stellar. But it just means, you know, I feel like in a way that, not to say they can afford to have a slow start again, but, you know, it's certainly, if it does end up rearing its head, they're going to feel a little more compensated.
I mean, it looks good, right? Because now if they take on, you know, EG in those grand finals, well, not only have they shown that they can beat them twice in best of 3s and bounce back looking better, but that map advantage is only going to lead them in a better way. Now, on the flip side of it's Furia. They lost last time they took on Furia. EG actually managed to beat them. So, you know, we got quite, you know, contrary results there. I'm kind of interested to see if Furia can take down EG. I kind of want a Furia Liquid final, to be honest.
I feel like that's what we're going to end up with. And I think that has a lot of potential to deliver. Trace, I notice you're already
no, I'm just thinking about
disagree.
It's something where, you know, maybe you guys feel that way, but perhaps what do Liquid think? Is anybody asking how Liquid feel about this? Especially this young man, Twist. Now, he's not so young anymore. He's pretty much seen every scenario you could possibly think of when it comes to LAN, online, whatever. This guy was a hero over on Nuke. He stopped this game from going to OT, and that's something we have to talk about.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that play is the one that wins the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power plays as well, Trace.
Yeah, and certainly since we have him here, we also have him here. What's up, Russell? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? I'm doing great.
Yeah, got to be a little bit of sweat off the brow there. You beat EG, but I want to know, man, and I want you to be real honest. Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
When you decided that today you had to get up to play this game of Counter-Strike, did you warm up in Valorant or did you warm up in CS? Don't lie.
I warmed up in CS. I mean, I played Valorant last night.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know. We'll be seeing you around. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much, Russell, for joining us here. It seems like Liquid have found a rhythm today. You guys look really good over on Dust 2, but I want to go all the way back to Nuke. Talk to me about that last round and keeping you guys out of overtime.
I mean, it's just a strat that we rely on heavily. And yeah, I mean, we pulled it out at the most unexpected time. They probably thought we were going to play safe or do like wall smokes again to lure. But we just went with something fast, and yeah. I mean, I messed up on the strat. I was supposed to go mini.
There it is.
I guess it worked out.
That was the admission we wanted from you, Russell. Thank you for being transparent.
Yeah, it's a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. Yeah, Russell, I'm wondering, you know, you guys have picked us to a hell of a lot as of late, and it's still, you know, not looking like the team Liquid we're used to seeing on this map. However, maybe we got a bit of a taste of that today. You know, what do you think's been going wrong in the past on Dust 2, and what have you guys been doing to, you know, like to work through the problems?
I think it was kind of just, we're like really vulnerable to any type of mid to B, and we didn't really know how to play against it, but we've kind of been messing around with some rotations in practice and ironing things out. And I think the first time that we choked against EG, it was kind of just, I mean, we clearly messed up, but we're also up 14-8, and that could have been like a stomp out too. So I do think our Dust 2 is good.
Twist, you know, there's been a lot of talk about coaching recently. We've seen coaches leave, new coaches join other teams. You, of course, have Adren behind you in the helm. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how Adren impacts your performance and how he's been helping, especially, you know, considering everyone's home now, and I imagine there's a lot of time going into practice.
I think the past 3 weeks he's been doing amazing, to be honest. He's been giving us way more ideas of practice, talking more, kind of just, you know, virtual pat on the backs. And yeah, I mean, you can only do so much online, of course, but I think he's putting in all effort that he could be putting in.
And final question for me, you know, obviously we're going to have a rematch potentially if EG manage to get to those grand finals. Alternatively, it's going to be Furia, who already beat you in the regular season. Who do you want to face in the grand finals?
I don't think either matchup really matters. I mean, they kind of both have similar play styles at certain times. So Furia just plays fast, EG can play fast, but they can also both play slow. So I think they're pretty similar, actually, in how they play.
Yeah, which is a pretty strange thing, I guess, all around. But either way, not as strange as us keeping you around any longer than you want to be. I know you've got some things to do tonight, Twist. What are you going to be doing with your free time?
Might get a home workout in. Maybe stream.
Okay.
Probably talk to my girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of, you know, all of the things
things
about staying fit. So I can applaud that. I can appreciate that. And if you don't mind, we might need to look at these Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel power plays. So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, vote for me.
See, now that, I like that. That is the way to exit an interview right there. Let's do it. The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays. Let's take a look at all the nominees from start to finish here. in these 4 categories, or at least categories, these 4 nominees that we have selected. Now let's start to roll that footage. Let's take a look at all the plays. Let's roll them back to back to back. And Harry, I want you personally to walk us through this.
Yeah, so this is the Elige 4K on Nuke. He gets his hand on a Krieg and he leaves you speechless. He does put up numbers in the server and gets this second round on the board for Team Liquid. Then next up, it's Cirque. Fancy pistol work here and what was an eco for the EG side. Cirque steps up, not only getting that 1 kill towards outside. How many does he get, I hear you ask? Well, it's 3. You can see right there. Twists. This was sick. I think this is probably my favorite out of all of them thus far. That 180 alone, then he sneaks up into heaven, sees this guy. What's Tarek even doing, bro? And then he looks down into the hut. Nice and easy. Cirque's gone. Round win, and Team Liquid take that map. Lastly, it's Tarek with this sick play in the tunnels, secures that kill, gets dinked on down, falls back, plays with the time, plays with twists, and puts that second round on the board for EG.
Yeah, which is just about all of them. So good job, Harry. I do appreciate that. We also have the winner. Believe it or not, we did run the numbers. We did ask you to vote, and this is who won. Guess what? It was Twist. Not only did you vote for him, but now he is the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play of the day, I guess we might even just say that. Now let's talk a little bit about the impact here and the implications, because this is a pretty serious time for Twist and Liquid to not take this into overtime, Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, even Twist said himself he quote-unquote messed up the strat by not going mini, but you can see why he didn't, right? He gets his kill, the molly's in main, he kills a garage player, and I think at that point his brain just clicks and he realized, okay, outside open, I can flank heaven, and at 15-14, what better play to make than go up the ladder? What a ballsy call, what a surprising one, as Tarek is caught off guard, looking for the safe heaven wrap. It's not the case. It's Liquid taking the map, taking the series, and taking us to the grand final here for the ESL Pro League Season 11 North America.
Yeah, which is a totally different conversation for us to get into, because we're going to have that other lower bracket game to look at, but that does it for the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays. Now we can begin to carry on with business as usual. We know the confines of the tournament. We know what's happening there. What is one thing you guys think we don't know yet?
What is inside this damn MSI mystery box? It's been bugging me all day. Is it going to be one of these computers? Is it going to be, I don't know, Trace. I couldn't tell you. Could you tell me?
I could tell you. I could show you, I guess. I could just hold it up at this point. Like, look at this. This is something amazing right here. Now, hold on, guys. I love that. I love that. I'm looking at this, right? And I'm thinking, what was the question? What got us all out here today? What got you out of bed to write your tweets into @ESLCS? Well, the question was this. Who was the MVP of ESL Pro League Season 10 Finals? Was it A? Was it Rops? Was it B? Was it Woxic? Or was it C, Mr. Kenny S? Now, we did have an answer to that. We do have an answer to that. I know the answer for that. And I think in this time, I can show you what's inside the box, perhaps what you played for. But you know what? Yeah, let's see who won first. I think we take a look at the winning ticket. Who did pull that one? Let's take a look here. The winner is... Good luck pronouncing that, guys. What's it going to be?
It's Razi picking up the win here. Hey, Rops, it was a correct pick, of course. Mousesports took that win back in Udenset over Fnatic. Safe bet going for Rops over Woxic. They're obviously both in the same team, but Rops has been an absolute tank, Trace. And I guess, congratulations. You win the MSI box.
You guys remember that sound effect you gave me a second ago?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's kind of see how that goes again. Are we ready? Kind of give me a build up into this moment. Wow, thank you, Harry.
Yeah,
that might have been a bit of an overkill.
Sorry, I really went for it.
The MSI mystery box does have that of a GeForce GTX 1660 Ti. Now, I told you all to get involved on Twitter. I asked you so kindly to go there and participate. Now we have a winner who's getting a brand new graphics card. So shout out to MSI for making this happen. Hopefully we can do it again in the very near future. But for the time being, I think I'll just kind of put this right here, and we'll talk about the format. We'll talk a little bit about where we are currently, because this is still going on. We still have the ESL Pro League Season 11, and I need someone to take it from here.
There's more maps, Trace. There's more Counter-Strike round the corner. A BO3 tomorrow between EG and Fury. You can see in that lower bracket matchup, MIBR fell in the Brazilian brawl earlier on yesterday, and now Fury looking to rise to new heights. They said in interviews that they can make it to those grand finals and they want to beat everyone here. Well, they've got 2 North American powerhouses to go through if they want that to be the case. Liquid, a map up in the grand finals. That will be a BO5, but they're looking to make it a quick 2-0 with that map advantage. We'll see who will be taking them on later after we get that victory, or that matchup rather, between EG and Furia.
I just saw, and this is not even planned. This is going to completely derail the whole segment.
Of course it is.
So I will make, I do apologize to production. CSGO have just put an update out with weapon balances for the following weapons.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
So the SG reduced rate of fire and accuracy to bring the weapon's value to be more in line with other rifles. The AUG, they improved the standing accuracy while unscoped and slightly reduced the scope accuracy. M4 got the price reduced, that's the A1S, by $200 down to $2,900. The Deagle got improved accuracy while jumping, and they lowered the time to recover after the player lands. The Tech 9 got a reduced firing inaccuracy, and the Bison got increased armor penetration.
So
now,
you're telling me that the Deagle is going to be off the chain now. Hold on, guys.
Simple, I got to jump on this. Simple was saying in that interview, no, don't touch the Deagle. I'm sure he's more than happy about that update. More accurate in the air. That's not what we asked for, but it's the best birthday present we could have ever had, Trace.
It is, and it's not even my birthday. That's the funniest part. I'll take it, though. Every day can be your birthday if we're making adjustments to the Creed. Now, we can look at this and we could say, yeah, NA's cool, but what's going on in EU? So who wants to take this one?
Yeah, you know, over in EU, you've seen a plethora of games. We had the round-robin groups. You'll note that the first-place teams all made it through straight away to those Stage 2 groups. The guys that finished in third, they had to go ahead and play with the boys that finished in fourth to try and hop on in and join the rest of the gang. And as we see, it's all shaped up over there. The Stage 2 games going on. Obviously, Fnatic already locking in a spot in the grand finals. Things are heating up over in the EU region.
Yeah, the EU region is certainly something that we've had our eyes on, but from a little bit of a distance, because Henry, Machine, and Chad. I don't know. I was going to say Machine and Alex. I guess it's kind of two different people. We could begin to talk about what we're going to see tomorrow in the matchups that we have on hand. A little bit of a schedule as to expect. Now, we have EU side of things that have really gotten to the nitty-gritty of it, and they're actually getting almost to the very end. But for the time being, we're going to have that Mouse Sports Astralis game. That's going to be the first game of the day, and it's going to be followed by a redemption shot here for the Evil Geniuses. They're going to be taking on Furia, which ultimately leads the winner of that to go into the grand finals against Team Liquid, who are now your first grand finalist for the ESL Pro League Season 11. Now, that's a best of 5. That should be taking place on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. But more importantly, we're not there yet. It is just past the late hour, so that does mean that we do need to call it quits here. Shout out to everybody watching at home. We will see you back tomorrow for some more beautiful Counter-Strike here at the ESL Pro League Season 11.
Sleep tight, M4 users.
Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all trying to sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stopped till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I'm not a savage, you've been distracted, your best my average. There's a reason for that's a fact, so they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I ain't need that, outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Air that wonder when I'm gonna peak at, and that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
right, want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always, always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, or I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
It's 2 boxes to get by Nico. Diamond's a god! Go to hit this. On the ramp though. He knows he's there.
You thought that I was blind, but to be honest, I don't mind, cause I don't feel the same way I used to do. Every time I see you, I know the truth, cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you are